Pokémon, I became a principal and hired Liu Bo as a teacher. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 26, This Bitch is Not a Good Person. Under the leadership of Deng Yinghua, the two of them soon arrived at Deng Yinghua's office. Please take a seat, Principal Kong. Deng Yinghua returned to her seat and asked Kong Xian to sit down as well. I heard that the Zhao family is going to cause trouble for you. Do you need my help? Deng Yinghua told Kong Xian that the Zhao family flew out of Dragonite this morning and flew towards their Suzhou and Hangzhou cities. This incident was a big deal. Of course she heard about it. Help here refers to his own private help. Naturally, she has some ability to achieve this position. If she takes action, the Zhao family will give her some face and won't embarrass Kong Xian. Thank you very much, Director Party, for your kindness. I've solved the matter. Kong Xian thanked Deng Yinghua and said that he had solved the problem. Oh, solved? Hearing Kong Xian say it was solved, Deng Yinghua was slightly startled, obviously a little surprised. Unexpectedly, Kong Xian has already solved it, but since Kong Xian said it was solved, she didn't continue to ask further questions. If she wanted to know how to solve it, she would certainly have a way to find out. I called Principal Kong here this time. In addition to Xiagang's matter, I also want to ask Principal Kong something. Of course I also know Principal Kong's consulting fee. As long as Principal Kong knows, we will give Principal Kong a satisfactory price. Deng Yinghua opened a notebook and slowly said to Kong Xian, the party members are too polite. I don't care whether it's money or not, just ask whatever the party director wants to ask. As long as it has to do with Pokémon, I'll tell you everything. Kong Xian pretended not to care. Since Principal Kong is so generous, I am here to thank Principal Kong for his generosity on behalf of the Suhang Investigation Bureau. Deng Yinghua took advantage of the situation seriously. Hey. Kong Xian almost didn't react when he heard these words. This bitch is not a good person. She is going to have sex for nothing. Okay, just teasing you. The Investigation Bureau will not give you a penny less. Deng Yinghua rolled her eyes at Kong Xian with a smile on her face. If she couldn't see through his little thoughts, why would she be the director? I'm just telling you, how could Alliance take money from a commoner like me? Kong Xian, whose mind was detected, scratched his head in embarrassment. Only then did Kong Xian understand why Deng Yinghua was so beautiful but still didn't have a boyfriend with her. There is almost no secret, and every little thought can be detected by her. It's like this. The Investigation Bureau headquarters recently gave us, the director, a mission to find a police dog Pokémon that can replace Growlithe. I would like to ask Principal Kong if he knows of any Pokémon that can replace Growlithe and Houndour. Deng Yinghua opened her notebook and asked Kong Xian. The notebook contains some Pokémon that she has been thinking about for a long time, most of which are canine Pokémon. However, due to various reasons, the most suitable Pokémon has not been found to replace it. Kong Xian is known as the walking Pokémon encyclopedia on the internet. Deng Yinghua then wanted to ask Kong Xian for advice to see if Kong Xian knew. This is simple. Kong Xian answered without hesitation. This kind of problem is not difficult for him. There are many Pokémon that can replace Growlithe. Herdier is just that. He has extremely high loyalty and also has the sense of smell of a canine Pokémon. It's just that its combat capability and pursuit capabilities are not as good as those of Growlithe and Houndour. Kong Xian said slowly and recommended a Pokémon to Deng Yinghua. In the Unova region and the Jakalala Islands, the Pokémon used by Gensha there is Herdier. Any more? Deng Yinghua continued to ask. She also thought about Herdier, and it was indeed a good choice, but as Kong Xian said, Herdier's combat effectiveness and pursuit ability are not as good as Growlithe and Houndour, not the best option to replace them. Manectric, Gumshoes, Stunky are all fine, especially Stunky, highly recommended. He can adapt to a variety of harsh environments, and he has all the functions that Katie and Houndour have. Kong Xian continued, Stunky, will this work? Deng Yinghua asked with some disbelief. He thought Kong Xian would name some other canine Pokémon. Who knows? There are 3 Pokémon that have nothing to do with dogs, except for one Manectric that looks exactly like a canine Pokémon. The other 2 are Meerkat-type Pokémon, especially Stunky. Kong Xian also highly recommends it. Dang Yinghe wants to hear the reasons for Kong Xian's recommendation. Sure, there is no more suitable Pokemon than him, Kong Xian said with certainty. Then he started to introduce Stunky to Dang Yinghe. First of all, Stunky uses poison and evil attributes, which allows him to use more bad environments. For example, swamps are places where Growlithe and Houndour cannot move. Kong Xian slowly introduced the reasons for recommending Stunky to Dang Yinghe. The first is that he is not so squeamish. As long as it is not a big desert, Stunky can basically adapt to any environment, especially in the swamp. Growlithe Houndour cannot move, but Stunky is different. The poison attribute directly makes it immune to the miasma of the swamp. Can move in swamps. Why did I think of that? When Dang Yinghe heard this, her eyes instantly lit up. There are many swamps like the ones Kong Xian mentioned in the Yanhuang region and the West China war zone. Since there has never been a police dog suitable for living in that environment, it has brought a lot of trouble to investigators in the West China theater. Any more? Dang Yinghe continued to ask. There are many Pokemon that can live in harsh environments. This alone is not enough. Of course there are. The most important point is that Meerkatpoo has a sense of smell that is not inferior to that of canine Pokemon, and it can spit up a strong odor from its tail. The odor will not dissipate within 24 hours, and it can well mark criminals for tracking. Kong Xian continued. In the Sinnar region, the police dog used by some Misjuncha is the Meerkatpoo, except that species strength is a little worse than Growlithe. The others are not inferior at all, arguably the best alternative to Growlithe. I didn't expect Meerkatpoo to have such a function. Principal Kong's walking Pokemon encyclopedia lives up to its name. Dang Yinghe praised Kong Xian without hesitation. This was the first time she heard that the meerkats had a sense of smell that was not inferior to that of canine Pokemon. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Kong Xian replied modestly, but the smile on his face looks like that of a villain who has succeeded. I'm very satisfied with the answer. How much is the consultation fee for this time? I'll ask the finance department to transfer it to you. Dang Yinghe said to Kong Xian. If Kong Xian is right, Mongoose Poo is the replacement for Growlithe they are looking for. Just give me 1 or 2 million. Kong Xian waved his hand and smiled. 1 or 2 million? Principal Kong's consulting fee is really high. Dang Yinghe teased Kong Xian. It was a bit expensive, but it was worth the money. Dang Yinghe still called the finance department and asked Kong Xian to transfer it. Okay, I've already informed the finance department, but there are some procedures to go through. The money will arrive a little later. Dang Yinghe explained to Kong Xian. It's okay, I believe Alliance won't trick me. Kong Xian is quite relieved about this. It's only 1 or 2 million. Alliance won't cheat him. Director Party, if there is nothing else, we will leave first. Kong Xian looked at the time and saw that he had been out for a while. After finishing his work, it was almost time to go back. I'll see you off. Dang Yinghe picked up the car keys and prepared to take Kong Xian back. No, I have something to talk to Xiaogang. It won't be convenient if you are here. Kong Xian declined politely. Xiaogang's habit of confessing his feelings when he sees a beautiful woman really needs to be changed, otherwise, it will be easy to be designed by people with ulterior motives. Well, that's okay. Dang Yinghe nodded and watched Kong Xian leave. After Kong Xian left, Dang Yinghe was silent for a moment, and then found Kong Xian's WeChat account online. Note your name to apply to be added as a friend. Chapter 27, Experience the Pain of Love. Principal, 2 more Dragonites have landed at Evergreen College. The leader is Zhao Liangao. In Ivy College, Zhuang Wenwen's secretary was reporting the latest situation to Zhuang Wenwen not long ago. 2 more Dragonites came to soaring in the sky and fell into Evergreen Academy. According to the news from witnesses on the internet, the person taking the lead is the current head of the Zhao family, Zhao Liangao. After Zhuang Wenwen heard this, he was worried, and he suddenly had a bad premonition. How could Zhao Liangao be mobilized for a small role like Kong Xian? What happened in Evergreen College? Okay, I understand. You go down first and let me know if there is any news. The annoyed Zhuang Wenwen waved his hand and asked the secretary to go down. Yes, principal, I'm causing trouble for you. On the way back, Xiaogang looked apologetic. After coming out of the Suhang Municipal Investigation Bureau, Kong Xian was not in a hurry to take a taxi back. Instead, he walked around with Xiaogang and chanted he wants to help Xiaogang get rid of the habit of confessing his love to beautiful women when he sees them. It's okay, they're all men. Kong Xian patted Xiaogang's shoulder and comforted him. Give Xiaogang a look that I understand a big sister is caring and caring. What man can refuse her? Speaking of Xiaogang, do you have a girl you like? Kong Xian continued to ask Xiaogang. Yes, Miss Junsha, Nurse Joy, Sakura, Fusion, Kennen. Xiaogang began to count in detail the women he courted. You don't really like her, you're just greedy for her body. I'm talking about a kind of true love, which is the feeling of being surprised at first sight and happy for a long time. Kong Xian roared at Xiaogang. Good guy, if Misty knows that you covet the bodies of her 3 sisters, I don't know if I will kill you. This, not really. Xiaogang scratched his head in embarrassment. He just saw that his eldest sister couldn't walk on the road, but he couldn't express his feelings for her. The only one who felt that way was Baizu, but it was more of a feeling of admiration. Xiaogang, I think you should fall in love once and experience the pain of love. Experience the sweetness of love. Kong Xian said seriously to Xiaogang and suggested that Xiaogang fall in love as Xiaogang's best friend. Ash already has a girlfriend, but you don't have one yet. If you were Ash, he would definitely laugh at Xiaogang for being single. Kong Xian believes that Xiaogang will get rid of his habit of confessing his love when he sees a beautiful woman once he falls in love unexpectedly. Xiaogang suddenly became silent after hearing this. He said slowly after a moment, I want to pursue love after I realize my dream. He didn't want to be like his father, who abandoned his family and children to realize his dream. Is that so? Kong Xian was slightly startled, but he didn't expect Xiaogang to think so. It seems that his parents have a great influence on Xiaogang. It's simple. Just find a like-minded partner. It's too lonely to pursue a dream alone. 2 people can take care of and encourage each other together. Wait until you realize your dreams before having children, so that your family and your dreams will not be delayed. Kong Xian patted Xiaogang's shoulder and encouraged him. Find a like-minded partner to pursue your dreams with. Xiaogang's father's mistake was that after he had a family, he still pursued his dreams. Want to pursue our dreams together. After hearing this, Xiaogang's eyes shone with light. So, work hard. You are the most talented breeder master I have ever seen. I will summon more breeder divisions in the future so that you can communicate with each other. Kong Xian continued to encourage Xiaogang. It's Your Excellency the Principal, I will never let you down. Xiaogang cheered up and assured Kong Xian, but you have to curb your habit of confessing your love to beautiful women when you see them. You are the chief breeder of our Evergreen College, and you have to lead the students in class. As a teacher, you have to play a good leading role. Kong Xian continued to speak to Xiaogang. He just said all this just to get Xiaogang to get rid of this problem. Let Xiaogang be qualified for the position of teacher. Don't worry, Principal, I know what to do. Xiaogang nodded and agreed. Then the 2 took a taxi and chatted while returning to Evergreen College. Son, is this Delibird really level 93? Evergreen Pokémon Academy Training Ground. Zhang Liangyu, Zhao Xianai and Zhao Jin stood side by side. Behind the 3 of them were 2 bodyguards in suits. After receiving the news about his son, Zhao Liangyu immediately rode Dragon Knight to Evergreen College. According to Dragon Knight's flying speed, it didn't take long for them to arrive here. As soon as he landed, his brother and son stopped him. Tell yourself to be polite later. This old man's Delibird level is level 93. Dad, why did I lie to you? 4th uncle's Dragonite was shot twice in a row. Zhao Jin explained quickly. His 4th uncle's Dragonite is level 60 on the battle watch, and even elite level Pokemon cannot be defeated in a short time. You can even compete with a champion, but this Dragonite was frozen twice in a row by the humble Delibird. There was no room left to fight back, and the other party doesn't seem to be using its full strength yet. Zhao Xianai also nodded in response. It's not that he is weak, it's just that the other party is too powerful. I didn't expect that our Yanhuang region would actually hide such a peerless master. Seeing the reaction of his son and brother, Zhao Liangyu basically believed what they said. The Zhao family cannot afford to offend such a strong man. Thank you, Master Gu. Hold back. I wonder where Principal Kong is now. My son and my brother have caused a lot of trouble to your school. This is a little bit of kindness left to your school to renovate the school and purchase equipment. Zhao Liangyu slowly took a few steps forward, took out a bank card containing 1 billion alliance coins from his pocket, held it in both hands, and apologized to Gu Liu. Your Excellency, the principal has gone out to do errands. Please wait for now. Gu Liu said lightly. Zhao Liangyu didn't show any interest in the high-value bank card handed over, just carving for his own sake. What was originally an ordinary piece of ice has now taken on the lifelike appearance of a Ninetales after being carved by Pryce. If you look carefully, the Ninetales ice sculpture in Pryce's hand is exactly the same as Zhao Linger's Ninetales. We are waiting here for Principal Kong. Zhao Liangyu returned to his original position and quietly waited for Kong Xian's return. When Cao arrived, the figures of Kong Xian and Xiaogang came into their eyes. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelists. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 28, You Don't Need This Power to Control the Dragon. Dad, the tall and handsome one is Principal Kong. Zhao Jin pointed at Kong Xian and introduced him to his father. Okay, I understand. You and your fourth uncle are waiting for me here. I'm going to see Principal Kong. Zhao Liangyu nodded, straightened his clothes, and walked towards Kong Xian with a smile on his face. Principal Kong, you are finally back. Sorry for the long wait. Kong Xian stretched out a hand and shook it with the other party. As the saying goes, if you reach out and don't hit the smiling person, if the other person is polite to you, he will be polite to the other person. Principal, I'm going to get busy first. Seeing that Mr. Kong had guests, Xiaogang greeted Mr. Kong. Get ready to prepare lunch for the Pokémon? Okay, go ahead and get busy. Kong Xian nodded. Principal Kong, this is a little bit of our thoughts. Thank you for holding back. After Xiaogang left, Zhao Liangyu took out the high-value bank card again and handed it to Kong Xian. Well, it's not that I'm a big talker, it's mainly that a person of Pryce's level is worth the price. Kong Xian put the bank card directly into his pocket without any courtesy with his 1 billion alliance coins. The task given to him by the system has been completed. Seeing Kong Xian accept the money, Zhao Liangyu breathed a sigh of relief. As long as money can solve it, it doesn't matter. I'm just afraid that the other party won't charge me. Principal Kong, I don't know how our school recruits students. Quincy is 17 years old this year. He has been idle all day long and has accomplished nothing. As a father, I am worried. Can you see if you can let him become a disciple of Master Gu and let Master Gu educate him well on my behalf? After Kong Xian took the money, Zhao Liangyu asked Kong Xian like an old father. After learning about Gu Liu's strength, he started making this idea. Kong Xian opened the school, and Master Gu was the teacher of this school. If you are lucky enough to become the disciple of the ancient master, it would be Zhao Jin's honor. With the guidance of such a master, his strength has been rising steadily. In addition, there is Kong Xian, the so-called walking Pokemon encyclopedia, and his understanding of Pokemon far exceeds theirs. Evergreen Academy is definitely the school with the most potential he has ever seen. Oh, the Pokemon that Pryce is good at is Ice type. Are you afraid of wasting his dragon control power? Kong Xian looked at Zhao Jin on the other side and teased Zhao Liangyu. The reason why most of the Pokemon in the Yulong family are dragon type, it is precisely because their dragon control power can amplify dragon Pokemon and maximize the strength of dragon Pokemon. If you use Pokemon from other types, this talent will be wasted. Waste nothing, waste nothing. Zhao Liangyu waved his hands quickly. The power of dragon control is nothing in front of the ancient master. His younger brother just had the power to control the dragon. What was the result? It's the same as nothing. It was still frozen directly by the ancient master's Pokemon, without the ability to fight back at all. If his son could use ice Pokemon to this extent, he might as well not have the power to control the dragon. In this world where strength is respected, strength is everything. Mr. Zhao is so courageous, but it is indeed a waste to not use the power of dragon control. We will accept your son, but I will find a teacher with the power to control dragons to teach him. Kong Xian said to Zhao Liangyu. Other teachers with the power to control dragons. Principal Kong can't be talking about the other three Yulong families. Zhao Liangyu asked with some uncertainty. If it were really the other three families, wouldn't it mean that the Zhao family was inferior to them? Even their sons have to teach them. Mr. Zhao, you are not the only one in this world who has the power to control dragons. The person I'm looking for is only slightly inferior to Pryce in terms of strength. Kong Xian shook his head and denied. The person he is looking for is none other than Yulong Envoy. Whether it's a special episode or anime, Watery's strength is definitely at the top of the pyramid. It would be perfect for him to teach Zhao Jin. Of course, the premise is that he has to draw a Yulong Envoy. If you can't get it, Let Pryce teach. Pryce's teaching skills in other departments are not bad either. He's not from our Yulong family, but his strength is only a smidge worse than Pryce. After hearing this, Zhao Liangai was full of doubts. The four of them have the power to control dragons entirely because their ancestors were all emperors of the Yanhuang region. To put it simply, there is dragon energy in the blood. This activates the power of dragon control, which has a bonus against dragon-type Pokémon. Occasionally there are people among the people who awaken the power of dragon control. However, the power of dragon control can only be exerted with dragon-type Pokémon. However, dragon-type Pokémon cannot be cultivated with ordinary people's resources. He didn't know who Kong Xian was talking about, but his strength was only a smidge worse than Pryce. With Principal Kong's words, "I can trust you and leave the dog to you." I don't know how Principal Kong collects the tuition fees. I will transfer the tuition fees to Principal Kong. Although Zhao Liangai was confused, he still kept his son for no other reason than because Pryce is here. In short, leaving Zhao Jin here is not a loss at all. The tuition fee is included in this. Kong Xian took out his bank card and smiled slightly. Ha. Thank you very much, Principal Kong, for taking in the dog. I have other things to do at home, so I won't bother you much. Zhao Liangai laughed, cupped his hands towards Kong Xian, and prepared to leave. He is the head of the Zhao family. He has been wasted a lot of time here, and there are still many things waiting for him to deal with. Let's just say goodbye. Kong Xian also bowed his hands towards Zhao Liangai. Fourth, the matter is settled. Let's go. Zhao Liangai called to his brother Zhao Xianayu and prepared to leave together. Dad, what about me? Seeing that his father did not call him, Zhao Jin was a little confused. Could it be that his father didn't give enough money and could only redeem his fourth uncle? You stay here and study hard with Master Gu. Zhao Liangai shouted towards his son. Zhao Jin was stunned when he heard his father's words. There is nothing wrong with Pryce being strong, but in front of such a strong person, how can he skip classes in the future? From this moment, Zhao Jin felt that he had lost his freedom. Ha. Come on, I'll send your younger brothers and sisters together in a few days. Seeing his nephew's expression, Zhao Xianayu laughed and patted Zhao Jin on the shoulder before leaving. With Master Gu here, Zhao Jin might never dare to treat other teachers like that again. After returning home, he was also going to send his children with him. By the way, Principal Kong, does Ivy Academy want us to take action to solve this problem? Before leaving, Zhao Liangai asked Kong Xian. No, Zhuang Wenwen can just leave it to me to deal with it. Kong Xian rejected Zhao Liangai's request. It is indeed convenient to let the Zhao family solve the problem, but it is too cheap for Zhuang Wenwen. Is this so? I understand. Fourth brother, let's go. After hearing that Kong Xian was not needed, Zhao Liangai left with Zhao Xianayu. I will give you some education this time so that you can remember it for a long time. If you dare to use our Yulong family as a gun again, don't blame our men for being ruthless. In the office of the principal of Ivy College, Zhuang Wenwen was curled up on the ground. There was nothing intact about his face. After Zhao Liangai left the Evergreen Pokemon Academy, he did not leave immediately. Instead, he came to the Ivy Academy opposite. Kong Xian can ignore him, but they can't. If you dare to use their Yulong family as spearmen, you will have to pay a price. If Kong Xian hadn't said it, they wouldn't have needed their help. They can make Zhuang Wenwen disappear quietly tomorrow. Yes, I don't dare anymore. Zhuang Wenwen endured the pain, got up, lowered his head and admitted his mistake to Zhao Liangai. Snort, let's go. Zhao Liangai shook his sleeves before leaving Ivy League College and flying back to Suzhou. Kong Xian, Yulong family. After Zhao Liangai left, Zhuang Wenwen's eyes were filled with anger. This time it was really a waste of money. Not only did they not get rid of Kong Xian, but they also offended the Yulong family. Chapter 29, Women Chasing Men. Hello Pryce, hello Principal Kong. Seeing that the end was done, Zhao Jin could only accept his fate. Say hello to Pryce and Kong Xian one by one and try to leave a good impression. Well, what kind of Pokemon do you have now, and how strong are they? Kong Xian asked Zhao Jin. He still needs to know some basic information about Zhao Jin. My current Pokemon only has a level 40 Dragonair. In terms of professional title, he's still a junior trainer. Zhao Jin said truthfully. Although Dragonair's strength has reached the intermediate level, It will soon enter the advanced level, but he is still a junior trainer. The reason is that there are not enough Pokemon. Whether you are an intermediate trainer or an advanced trainer, you must have at least 3 or more Pokemon and corresponding gym badges to participate in the assessment. Level 40. That's not bad. You will be training with Pryce during this period. If there's anything you don't understand, you can ask me to Pryce. In 1 month, I will take you to participate in our Youth Cup in Suzhou and Hangzhou. Kong Xian said to Zhao Jin, counting Zhao Jin. There are 3 of them participating in the Youth Cup this time. If nothing else, you should be able to enjoy the top 3. Okay, Principal, I understand. Zhao Jin nodded obediently. After communicating with Zhao Jin for a moment, Kong Xian left and returned to his office alone. The system opens my attribute panel. Host Kong Xian, age 26, Pokemon, Abra Props, Pokeball, Super Potion, task, pay off all debts within 7 days, school, Evergreen Pokemon Academy, number of teachers, 2, students, 2, buildings, 2 teaching buildings, 1 playground, 2 basketball courts, 5 training venues, funds, 901 million, reputation, 370,000, finally, I collected all the money for all my debts. Looking at his attribute panel, Kong Xian breathed a sigh of relief. Now he only needs to return the money to Zhuang Wenwen to complete the system task. After paying off the debt, there will still be 901 million left. Renovate the school, update the equipment, and then build 3 commonly used competition venues, water, grass, and rock. There are almost 800 million left. Looking at his own funds, Kong Xian made preliminary plans for the development of subsequent schools. As for teachers, there are only Pryce and Xiagang. The 2 of them alone are definitely not enough. He also wants to recruit cultural class teachers and other Pokemon teachers from the community. He will be busy for a while. First, post a selfie to show off. Kong Xian was in a good mood after sorting out the rest. He took out his mobile phone and took a selfie and sent it to his circle of friends. Alice, without it, I suddenly feel like I have lost my goal. Show me your hands. The Wetschit Moments was just posted, and Kong Xian instantly received a lot of replies and likes. Dear me, Principal Kong is not only still alive, but he has also saved enough money. With such a big background, the Yulong family doesn't even dare to move. Congratulations to Principal Kong, you are finally free. 666. I contributed 5,000 millions to President Kong. Damn it, Principal Kong saved 100 million Alliance coins so quickly. 100 million in 3 days. If I don't eat or drink now, I won't be able to earn it in 300 years. Will Principal Kong continue to broadcast live in the future? In just a few minutes, there were more than 100 comments. Many people were shocked that Kong Xian revealed the secret of the Yulong family and was not troubled. It's April in the world, Principal Kong, congratulations on saving enough money so quickly. On the other side, Bingbing, who is always paying attention to Kong Xian, saw the Wetschit Moments posted by Kong Xian. I felt relieved inside. Kong Xian was not only fine, but also collected enough money for the debt. Principal Kong, thank you, thank you. Kong Xian replied politely. April in the world, will Principal Kong broadcast live in the future? Bingbing asked with some worry. Kong Xian's live broadcast is to save money to pay off debts, and now he has enough money. Bingbing is worried that Kong Xian will not broadcast live in the future, so that she will not be able to see Kong Xian. Kong Xian, the live broadcast must continue. Kong Xian answered without hesitation. The live broadcast brought him rapid reputation, and he would not give it up so easily, but he doesn't charge for some minor questions about Pokemon. April in the human world, great. Seeing Kong Xian's reply, Bingbing's face showed joy. She was afraid that Kong Xian would not live broadcast in the future and would not be able to see Kong Xian. Who are Bingbing chatting with? Are you so happy? At this moment, a female voice sounded from behind Bingbing. Frightened, Bingbing quickly put her phone away. Xiaoya, you scared me to death. Bingbing breathed a sigh of relief when she saw it was her friend. Hurry up and tell the truth. Who are you talking to? Did you have a boyfriend behind my back? Xiaoya asked, pretending to be angry. How can I have a boyfriend? Bingbing's pretty face was slightly rosy and she said quickly, as if someone had discovered a secret in her heart. You still said no. Look at your little girly attitude. You can tell at a glance that you are in love. I regard you as my best sister. You didn't even tell me that you had a boyfriend. You are so mean. As a criminal investigation investigator, how could Bingbing's reaction be hidden from her? One look at this look tells you that you have fallen into a river of love. I'm not really in love, I just have a good feeling, Bingbing explained with a blushing face. Really? Not, Xiaoya asked again with some uncertainty. Really? Not, Bingbing nodded heavily and confirmed. Then, who is this person? Xiaoya instantly became obsessed with gossip and wanted to know who this man was and who could win Bingbing's favor. Kong Xian is the Kong Xian who is known as the walking Pokemon encyclopedia. Regarding Xiaoya, Bingbing didn't hide anything and spoke truthfully. Kong Xian isn't he 100 million in debt? That was before, and you see, he had saved up all the money to pay off his debts. Bingbing proudly held up her phone and opened Kong Xian's friends to share with her good friends. Show off like a wife? Bingbing, are you serious? Seeing Bingbing's appearance, Xiaoya asked in disbelief. This is obviously the rhythm of women chasing men. If word spreads that a national wife is chasing a boy, Kong Xian will be beaten to death. I don't know either. I always have a very strange feeling about Kong Xian. I look forward to chatting with him every day and looking forward to his live broadcast. Bingbing fell silent and said slowly to Xiaoya, it was from that time that Kong Xian confiscated her consulting fee she began to have a strange feeling about Kong Xian. She doesn't deny that she has a crush on Kong Xian, but when it comes to liking and loving him, she doesn't know. It's over, my cabbage is going to be eaten. After hearing what Bingbing said, Xiaoya felt completely desperate. Isn't this a sign that you like someone? P.S. I wrote this chapter from 2 points to 5 points. I wrote countless versions and picked the smoothest one. Chapter 30. I miss the beast so much. Speaking of Xiaoya, aren't you busy with the robbery of Panda's breeder house? Why did you come back suddenly? Bingbing began to change the topic and asked why Xiaoya came back suddenly. I'll be back when I'm done. The thief is an internal employee of Panda's breeder house. He colluded with the poachers. Pan has been arrested and brought to justice. There's only one criminal left who has escaped somewhere. Xiaoya flipped up her hair and said proudly that all the stolen Pokemon had been recovered, so the remaining poacher didn't have to be so anxious. Then, you have made a great contribution. You must treat me to dinner tonight. You're in love now. It's okay if you don't treat me to dinner. You still want me to treat you. I told you, I just have a good impression. A good impression? At the same time, netizens took screenshots of Kong Xian's moments and posted them on Weibo. It immediately aroused a heated discussion. No one expected that Kong Xian was not only fine, but also collected enough funds for an all-debt. Some truth emperors who did not know the truth began to gradually analyze Kong Xian's background and the relationship between the Zhao family. Are you saying that the person named Guliu's Delibird level shows level 93 on his battle watch? In the Zhao family in Suzhou, Mr. Zhao was pacing in the back garden with a cane and thinking, yes, father, with the strength shown by Master Gu, he is unique among all trainers. Zhao Liangyu nodded and replied. After returning to Zhao's house, he told his father everything about today. His younger brother's Dragon Knight could survive 2 moves even against a champion, but against the ancient master, he was instantly killed in one blow. This kind of strength is definitely a step above the champions he knows. Well, you did a good job on this. When this semester is over, send all the children in the clan over. By the way, don't tell the Li family, Liu family, and Zhu family. Zhao Liangyu's father pondered for a moment and gave instructions. Although the 4 families are all Yulong families, they are not harmonious internally, and it is even said that there will be some overt and covert fights. Now that they have a connection with Guliu, they naturally don't want the other 3 families to know about it. Yes, father, I understand. Zhao Liangyu nodded in response and then left. Time passed little by little, and soon it was night. After a day of training, Zhao Linger still failed to complete the goal set by Pryce. Zhao Linger, who didn't get the badge, was all mouthy and looked unhappy. Kong Xian, do you think I have disappointed Pryce? Zhao Linger said to Kong Xian with an unhappy look. Even the Ninetales beside her had their heads drooped. Pryce has such high expectations for her, and Pryce must be very disappointed with her if she didn't complete the task today. What are you thinking about? Let me tell you this, there is one in this world. There are no more than this number who are qualified to fight Pryce. Kong Xian stretched out a hand counting each one. There will definitely be no more than 5 people who are qualified to fight against Pryce. No One can beat Pryce one-on-one. Kong Xian comforted Xiaolinger and said, you want Ninetales to hit Delibird unless Delibird releases a piece of Pacific water, or is it possible for Ninetales to improve its strength to elite level or even championship level? After Xiaolinger heard this, her mouth opened wide. She didn't expect that Pryce would be so strong. In Kong Xian's eyes, there is no one in the world who can beat Pryce, so you don't have to be discouraged if you haven't completed the task set by Pryce. After all, you are facing the best among trainers. If you want to get the Ice and Snow badge, you have to work harder. Kong Xian continued to comfort and encourage Xiaolinger. Yeah, I know, I will work hard and try to get the Ice and Snow badge as soon as possible. Xiaolinger cheered up again and cheered up. That's right, go back to your room and rest. I'm going to broadcast live. Kong Xian rubbed Xiaolinger's head affectionately and began to chase him away. I want you to sleep with me in your arms today. Xiaolinger got into Kong Xian's bed like a scoundrel, as if she was going to stay here. You are so old, but you are still scared. If you tell me you are not afraid of being laughed at, obey and go back quickly. Kong Xian thought Xiaolinger was scared at night, so he didn't take it to heart and just asked Xiaolinger to go back to his room to sleep. When Xiaolinger was just brought back by him, Xiaolinger was awakened by nightmares all day long because of the sudden departure of her parents. During that time, he was always with her. This kind of thing continued until Xiaolinger came out of the shadows and then separated, but who knew that Xiaolinger, like a sloth, directly hugged Kong Xian's waist and spoke to Kong Xian seriously with wide eyes. Mr. Kong, let me be your wife from now on. No one wants you anyway. We will get married when I grow up. Feeling the softness coming from the girl's delicate body, Kong Xian instantly came over with smelling salts. He immediately pushed away Xiaolinger, who was hugging him, and scolded, "Call me uncle from now on, and don't come to my room without my permission in the future." Hearing Xiaolinger's words, Kong Xian suddenly realized that Xiaolinger had grown up. She can no longer be treated like a child. What's the point of being fierce? I'm not bad looking either. Being your wife will be an advantage for you. Seeing the sudden change in Kong Xian's face, Xiaolinger curled her lips and muttered, then reluctantly took Ninetales back to her room. Kong Xian, Xiaolinger, you have always treated me as your own sister. After Xiaolinger left, Kong Xian gently slapped himself twice and tried to make himself smelling salts. I have to say that Xiaolinger is very beautiful. Although she is only 15 years old, she already has the prototype of a beautiful woman who will conquer the country. She is definitely a school beauty. No man can resist to captivate with this look. If Xiaolinger was in her 20s and mature in thought, Kong Xian would not refuse, but now Xiaolinger is only 15 years old. She is still in adolescence and her thoughts are immature. She just thinks of her dependence on him as other emotions. No matter how beastly he is, he can't do anything. Alice. Kong Xian sighed and prepared to take a bath to let his wandering mind smelling salts. Chapter 31, Mother-in-law visits son-in-law. Hey, I'm so exhausted. After a busy day, Dang Rongho took off his uniform and stockings and threw them on the sofa as soon as he got home, and she herself was lazily resting on the sofa. In 300 years, Pokémon has integrated into human society, but there are still many criminals who use Pokémon's abilities to commit crimes. There are so many different methods, which adds a lot of trouble to them. As a responsible director, she also has to worry about many things. Come out, Lucario, Arcanine. After a short rest, Dang Yingho took out 2 Pokéballs and released her Pokémon. With a flash of red light from the Pokéball, an Arcanine and Lucario appeared in the room. Lucario, who had just come out, saw the messy room and shouted dissatisfiedly at Dang Yingho. All she wants now is for her owner to find a boyfriend and then get rid of this habit of throwing clothes away. Okay, Lucario, I understand. I'm really tired today. I'll clean up later. Dang Yingho clasped her hands together and asked Lucario, precisely, facing his master's request. Lucario had no choice but to shake his head and walk to the kitchen. Start preparing today's dinner, please. Lucario, I want to eat spicy and sour potato shreds today. Looking at Lucario's figure, Dang Yingho shouted towards Lucario. Ever since she became the director of Suhang City Investigation Bureau, Lucario would basically prepare her dinner under her training. Lucario has become a qualified chef. At least the food he cooked was to his taste. Woof. Woof woof. Arcanine on the side also shouted to Lucario, telling Lucario what he wanted to eat. Compared to Lucario, Arcanine doesn't have so many things going on apart from participating in the pursuit of criminals. He usually has nothing to do. It's better to tell my dad the news first. As she spoke, Dang Yinghe dialed her father's phone number. Hey, who is this? Why did you want to call me today? As soon as the call was dialed, a middle-aged man's voice rang on the phone. It is her father. Dang Hong, Dad, don't I miss you? Dang. Yinghe Charm said, hey, if you really missed me, bring a boyfriend back this year. Look at the friends around you. Which one doesn't have a partner or is married? If you don't have a man you like, your mother and I can arrange a blind date for you. Hearing his daughter's voice, Dang Hong began to urge marriage. My daughter is good at everything. There is just no one. And now that they are 30 years old, the couple is worried every day. I was afraid that one day the couple would leave and my daughter would have no one to take care of her. Dad, am I the kind of person no one wants? I just don't want to look for it. Dang. Yinghe brushed her hair behind her ears. She is very confident in her appearance and would not wait until now if she wanted to find a partner. It's just that she hasn't met anyone who can attract her yet. Okay, my daughter doesn't have to worry about finding a partner. Tell me, what are you doing on the phone this time? Dang. Hong replied on the phone. He knew his daughter too well, and she wouldn't call him just because she wanted to. Dad, have you always wanted to find a Pokemon to replace Growlithe? I've now found a Pokemon that's just right. Dang. Yinghe said to her father, oh? My daughter is actually sharing my worries. Tell me, what kind of Pokemon is it? When Dang Hong heard this, he became interested instantly. I want to hear what Pokemon it is. Stunky. Dang. Yinghe began to introduce Stunky to her father. I didn't expect Stunky to have such abilities. After listening to his daughter's introduction, Dang Hong fell into thinking if what his daughter said is true, Stunky is indeed the best choice to replace Growlithe. It is also applicable to a wide range of environments and can be used in a variety of harsh environments, especially the swampy and miasmatic places like the West China War Zone. Of course, this is the news I bought from Kong Xian for 2 million. Dang. Yinghe said proudly. Kong Xian. Dang. Hong quickly grasped the key points of the information. This was the first time he heard his daughter mention the name of the opposite sex in front of him. At this moment, Dang Yinghe's father felt that there was hope for his daughter to be single. Daughter, who is this Kong Xian? Is that true? Dang. Hong asked curiously, wanting to find out more information about Kong Xian. Dad, you don't even know Mr. Kong. You can just look it up on the internet. Dang. Yinghe asked Arcanine to bring her an apple and said disapprovingly, okay, Dad will check it out later. Dang. Hong immediately glanced at his wife, telling her to check Kong Xian's information. Okay. Dad, I won't talk to you anymore. Kong Xian's live broadcast is about to start. If you let your subordinates take a look, you can learn a lot about Pokemon. Dang. Yinghe took a bite of the apple and said, ready to hang up the phone and watch Kong Xian's live broadcast. Not only her, she also asked her people to watch Kong Xian's live broadcast on time every day. Learn more about Pokemon as investigators. The more Pokemon knowledge they know, the better. Hey, okay, you go ahead and do your work. How's it going, honey? Who is this Kong Xian? After hanging up the phone, Dang Hong immediately asked his wife, a 26-year-old principal of the Pokemon Academy, known as the Walking Pokemon Encyclopedia. Dang. Hong's wife read the found information to Dang Hong one by one. Let me see. Dang. Hong took the phone and checked it carefully. 26 years old. 26 years old is good. She is only 4 years younger than our daughter. She is also pretty and is completely worthy of our daughter. It turns out he was the one who came up with Pokemon's ability. No wonder he can attract our daughter. She's so talented. He's still a native of Suzhou and Hangzhou, so we don't have to worry about relationship problems if the two of us live in different places. Dang. Hong looked at Kong Xian's information and became more and more satisfied at the same time. On the other side, Dang Yinghe, who was about to watch Kong Xian's live broadcast, had no idea that his parents already regarded Kong Xian as their prospective son-in-law. As she spoke, Dang Yinghe turned on her phone and entered Kong Xian's live broadcast room. At this time, Kong Xian's live broadcast room has not started yet, and there are already countless netizens waiting in the live broadcast room. Countless barrages flew up. Congratulations to Principal Kong for repaying the debt. It's amazing, 100 million in 3 days. How many people are asking questions? My mysterious brother behind the scenes contributed one of the 3. Ha ha ha, Thank you to my mysterious person behind the scenes. Brothers who ask questions, don't hide them, take out the good stuff and share it. When will Principal Kong's school enroll students? I want to send my child there. There are quite a lot of people. Dang. Yinghua, what time is it? It's not broadcast yet. Seeing that Kong Xian had not started the live broadcast, Dang Yinghua directly sent a WhatsApp message to Kong Xian to urge him to hurry up and live broadcast. Principal Kong, let me go. You, the director of the investigation bureau, can still watch the live broadcast. I just finished taking a shower, and I will broadcast live later. Kong Xian was quite surprised when he saw the message from Dang Yinghua unexpectedly. Dang Yinghua, the director of the investigation bureau, would watch his live broadcast. Dang Yinghua, rolling eyes, why not? Well done, my sister will give you a reward. Principal Kong, yes. Kong Xian changed his clothes and tidied up his mentality to start today's live broadcast. PS, if you have any questions about the plot, please leave a message in the comment area. Chapter 32, Era of Ability. At 9 o'clock in the evening, Kong Xian starts broadcasting on time. Thank you very much for your support. The principal has collected all the funds today. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. No money will be charged today. Kong Xian said to the audience in the live broadcast room with a smile. Today's live broadcast only seeks reputation points, not money. Principal Kong is awesome. Broken voice, congratulations to Principal Kong. Woo woo hoo, the wait is finally here. I thought Principal Kong would stop broadcasting. I studied with Principal Kong for 2 days and I made rapid progress. Me too. Ever since I learned about my Pokémon ability, my winning rate has gone up a lot by using it properly. Me too. Oh, I don't know my Pokémon ability. I am the leader of an electric-type gym. I would like to ask Principal Kong to tell me how to use electric-type Pokémon to deal with Pikachu of Lightning Rod ability. In the past 2 days, I have been disgusted to death by the trainer of Lightning Rod ability. Barrages flew up in the live broadcast room, and countless presents were sent out continuously. System notifications sounded in Kong Xian's mind. Ahem, I think many students want to know the ability of their own Pokémon, so let's start from the beginning with the ability of Pokémon. Interested? Friends can take notes. Kong Xian said slowly. Prepare to popularize ability science to the world. I mentioned ability on the first day. There are many Pokémon's ability effects, which can be discovered through daily observation, but there are also some abilities that are more hidden and difficult to detect through observation. Today, we'll start from the beginning with Charmander's ability. Kong Xian starts from the beginning and talks about Pokémon's ability. You all take notes carefully for me today. If anyone dares to miss a word, be careful of the board in my hand. In the Zhao family in Suzhou, Zhao Xianai was holding a ruler and acting as a teacher, urging the younger generations of the Zhao family to listen to Kong Xian's live class. Asked them to record everything Kong Xian said. Not only them, but he and his eldest brother were also watching Kong Xian's live broadcast. The theory of ability is a new piece of Pokemon knowledge. The sooner you master it, the sooner you will become stronger. 6th, do you know what's going on? Did fourth uncle go find trouble with this person this morning? How can this person still broadcast live? How did I know? Not only the fourth uncle went there today, but also the eldest uncle. In the end, I left Brother Jin there. Really? Does anyone know what happened? I asked Brother Jin, and Brother Jin said there is a very scary old man inside, and we can't beat him. It's impossible. We are the Zhao family of the Yulong family. Who dares to offend us? Why are you lying to me? Brother Jin said it himself. The fourth uncle was instantly killed by the opponent in front of him. The uncle used to use money to redeem people. I feel like Brother Jin is bragging. The fourth uncle's Dragonite is level 60, and with the power of dragon control, even the champion of our region cannot be killed instantly. Besides, with my uncle included, even if I win, I will give our Zhao family 3 points of face. Agree. I also think Brother Jin is bragging. What are you talking about? Did you remember the abilities of Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur that Principal Kong just talked about? After hearing the whispers below discussing him, Zhao Xianyu's face darkened and he glared at everyone. Is it embarrassing to be killed instantly by Master Gu? No shame, everyone in the Zhao family counts. No matter who goes, the result will be the same. It's just that he is a first-timer. After hearing Zhao Xianyu's angry rebuke, Everyone lowered their heads and began to record what Kong Xian said. 2 hours passed quickly. That's it for today's live broadcast. Don't worry about the Pokemon we haven't talked about yet. We will continue tomorrow. Of course, if you want to know other information about Pokemon besides ability, you can add the host's WeChat account. Of course, this is paid content. Kong Xian advertised his business again before going off the air. Ability is free, but other items are charged. Dang Yinghua, how do you know so much? After Kong Xian ended his live broadcast, Dang Yinghua asked Kong Xian. Now Dang Yinghua deeply admires Kong Xian. Kong Xian has a very profound understanding of Pokemon, and he knows exactly what Pokemon has its advantages. During this live broadcast, she saw a lot of acquaintances. There are many well-known trainers among them. The theory of ability brought by Kong Xian finally led to the reform of Pokemon. Some Pokemon may rise directly due to a certain ability. For example, Pikachu has the lightning rod ability. Now it has become a weapon to challenge the electric gym. It gives countless electric gym trainers a headache. She can predict that there will be a wave of Pokemon with water storage ability and flash fire ability that will become weapons to challenge the gym. I don't know how many gym trainers want to scold Kong Xian secretly. Principal Kong, just observe more and see how I can explain it to your satisfaction. Satisfied. Kong Xian replied that for a mature woman like Dang Yinghua, Kong Xian would not mind chatting with her more. Moreover, the other party is still the director of their investigation bureau, so it is always right to have a good relationship. Dang Yinghua, just make do with it. Laughing, Dang Yinghua was wearing pajamas and lying on the bed replying to Kong Xian's message. Principal Kong, okay, then I will continue to work hard and strive to satisfy you as soon as possible. Dang Yinghua, haha, you have to work harder, my sister is not so easily satisfied. Dang Yinghua teased Kong Xian, but as soon as the news was sent out, Dang Yinghua regretted and cancelled it because the last sentence is too ambiguous. Principal Kong, I didn't see anything. Dang Yinghua, fuck you, sister, rest. Dang Yinghua hurriedly turned off her phone while covering her hot cheeks with her beauty and age. Probably no one would believe that she has never been in love. I've copied them all. Memorized them tonight. I'll check them tomorrow, especially the ability of Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite, and the role of ability. If anyone can't memorize it, don't blame fourth uncle for being ruthless. In the Zhao Family Academy, Zhao Xianai warned many juniors. Kong Xian's live broadcast happened to be about Dragonite. As members of the Dragon Control family, they think they are the most knowledgeable Dragon-type Pokemon in the world, but compared with Kong Xian, they are far behind. I understand, fourth uncle. A feeble voice sounded in the school. They, who were accustomed to being lazy, were suddenly asked to start working hard, and for a while they felt a little reluctant. I think we should throw them into Evergreen Academy now and let Pryce discipline them. Looking at the listless child, Zhao Xianai became very angry. Okay, let's all go back. Zhao Xianai waved his hands angrily, signaling for everyone to leave tonight. He also has to memorize the abilities of these Pokemon that Kong Xian talked about. The same thing happened not only in the Zhao family. Some prescient trainers began to recite the Pokemon ability that Kong Xian talked about. This small ability is likely to lead to changes in the Pokemon era. System, open my personal attribute panel. After Kong Xian finished chatting with Dang Yinghua, he opened his attribute panel silently. Host, Kong Xian, age 26, Pokemon, Abra Props, Pokeball, Super Potion, task, pay off all debts within 7 days, school, Evergreen Pokemon Academy, number of teachers, 2, students, 2, buildings, 2 teaching buildings, 1 playground, 2 basketball courts, 5 training venues, funds, 903 million, reputation, 570,000, only 570,000, looking at his attribute panel, Kong Xian was slightly stunned. The number of people in today's live broadcast room was obviously larger than that of the previous 2 days, but the reputation gained was not as much as Kong Xian imagined. Ding. Reputation points cannot be obtained repeatedly. At this moment, the system solved Kong Xian's doubts. Can't get it again. So that's the case. No wonder. After hearing the system's explanation, Kong Xian instantly understood what it meant. There are indeed more people in today's live broadcast than in the previous 2 days, but a large part of the people are previous viewers. Rest. After getting the answer, Kong Xian went to rest. Chapter 33, Dragonair's Training Direction. Dragon-type Pokémon are born with unique advantages, although I am not a dragon trainer, but I have fought against many dragon trainers, also have some experience with dragon-type Pokémon. Until the principal finds a suitable teacher for you, you can train with me for the time being. On the training ground, Pryce said to Zhao Jin, now there are only 2 students in the school, and if you take 1, you will be a guide, and if you take 2, you will be a guide. For Guliu, there is no difference. Thank you, Pryce. I will definitely work hard and won't let Pryce down. Zhao Jin was a little happy his father called him yesterday and asked him to perform well in school and strive to be appreciated by Pryce as soon as possible. Unexpectedly, Pryce would start teaching himself today. Well, release your Pokémon, Gu. Liu nodded and asked Zhao Jin to release his Pokémon. Come out, Dragonair. Zhao Jin took out a Pokéball and released his Pokémon accompanied by a flash of red light from the Pokéball. A snake-like Pokémon covered in sapphire-colored scales appeared on the playing field. It is Zhao Jin's Pokémon Dragonair. As soon as Dragonair came out of the Pokéball, it wrapped itself around Zhao Jin's body intimately and rubbed Zhao Jin's cheek with its head with small wings. This is Dragonair. It's really beautiful looking. At Zhao Jin's Dragonair, Zhao Linger murmured that this was the first time she had been in such close contact with a dragon Pokémon. Dragonair, this is Pryce, a very powerful trainer. We will train with Pryce from now on. This is Zhao Linger, a student of Pryce. Zhao Jin stretched out an arm, let Dragonair wrap it around his arm, and introduced Pryce and Zhao Linger to Dragonair. Meow. Meow. Dragonair tilted his head and looked at Zhao Linger, but when he saw Pryce, Dragonair seemed to see something scary and immediately hid behind Zhao Jin, his whole body trembling. Dragonair, you are not afraid. Feeling Dragonair's fear, Zhao Jin hurriedly comforted him, but no matter how Zhao Jin tried to comfort Dragonair, Dragonair did not dare to come out. Is it because Pryce is a nice trainer that Dragonair is afraid of Pryce? At this moment, Zhao Linger guessed from the side the ice element restrained the dragon element. Zhao Linger suspected that Dragonair felt the ice element's aura on Pryce's body, and that's why he was afraid of Blaine. Possible. Sorry, Pryce, my Dragonair is a little timid. Zhao Jin scratched his head in embarrassment. He did not expect that his Dragonair would be afraid of Pryce. This has never happened before. It doesn't matter. Pryce waved his hand, indicating that Zhao Jin didn't need to pay attention. This is the first time Zhao Jin has seen this situation, but it does not mean that it is the first time he has seen it. Some weak dragon, grass and other Pokemon will be afraid of his potential aura. Dragonair has 2 training routes. One is to train it in the form of Dragonair, the other one is to cultivate it with Dragonite, the evolved form of Dragonair. Which training method will you choose? Gu Liu asked Zhao Jin and asked Zhao Jin to choose one of the methods to cultivate. Cultivation in the form of Dragonair. Zhao Jin wondered, doesn't Dragonair have to evolve into Dragonite? Wouldn't it be a big loss in species strength in Dragonair's form, and it would be a waste of the species strength of such a dragon-type Pokemon? Pryce, is there any difference between the 2 methods? Although Zhao Jin was confused, he still asked Guliu for advice on the difference between the 2 methods. Since Pryce said there is a Dragonair training method, there must be one. Just because he doesn't know it doesn't mean that Pryce doesn't know it. Dragonair's crystal beads contain the power to control the weather. When his whole body is enveloped in an aura, the surrounding weather will change. This ability will be lost after Dragonair evolves into Dragonite. Training in the form of Dragonair will focus on controlling the weather in the future, but at the same time Dragonair cannot learn powerful Dragon-type moves such as Dragon Claw and Outrage. Both routes have their pros and cons. It depends on how you choose. Pryce introduced slowly. Dragonair can control the weather to create an environment favorable to itself, while Dragonite has powerful attributes and attacks. It can be said that each of the 2 training routes has its own advantages and disadvantages. Pryce, what's your suggestion? Zhao Jin thought for a moment, but he didn't know which one to choose. He wanted Pryce to give him an opinion. My suggestion is to cultivate both. Pryce answered directly without thinking. Since the 2 methods are different, let's cultivate them both. Whether it was Dragonair or Dragonite, Watery left a deep impression on him. Zhao Jin was slightly startled. He didn't expect Pryce's suggestion to be like this. That Pryce, I only have 1 Dragonair. Zhao Jin said embarrassedly. Dragon-type Pokemon are so rare. Even if they are part of the dragon clan, there are also no rich dragon-type Pokemon available. Direct descendants like them can only get 1 Dratini per person. If you want more Dratini, you must have outstanding contributions to the family or have outstanding talents to have more Dratini. Just like his youngest brother, he awakened the power of dragon control at the age of 9 this year. He is called an unprecedented genius by his family. Not yet 14 years old, a Dratini has been ordered. This is easy to handle. You go to the principal and he can help you solve it. Pryce told Xiao Jin that dragon-type Pokemon are rare in the eyes of others, but except for legendary Pokemon, he can get them all from the principal. Kong Xian, is that okay, Xiao Linger exclaimed. This is Dratini, a Pokemon that even if you have money, you may not be able to buy it. Why does Pryce say Kong Xian can solve it? Xiao Linger was a little confused. What do you need me to solve? At this moment, Kong Xian's voice came over. They saw Kong Xian and Xiaogang walking towards them in formal attire. Xiao Jin needs a Dratini, please help him solve it. Pryce spoke directly to Kong Xian. Hey, I'll pay for that. Xiao Jin scratched his head in embarrassment. Dratini is extremely precious. If Kong Xian really has a way to get Dratini, he will definitely not get it for nothing. It's okay, just a small problem, I'll help you solve it. Kong Xian agreed without even thinking. Now that Pryce had spoken, he had no reason to disagree. A Dratini only costs 3,000 reputation points, which is nothing to him who has more than 600,000 reputation points previously. Kong Xian also thought about obtaining funds by selling rare Pokemon, but the system is meant to serve schools and students. The Pokemon inside are cheap, but after being redeemed, they can only be used by students or teachers. Each student and teacher can own up to 6 Pokemon redeemed by the system, and they cannot be traded. If it exceeds this number or is not a student, teacher, or has been traded, the Pokemon will disappear automatically. Thank you so much, Principal. Xiao Jin bowed deeply to Kong Xian. Now he sincerely thanks his dad for keeping him here. What about you, Linger? Do you need any other Pokemon? Kong Xian asked Xiao Linger. I don't need it for now. After hearing Kong Xian's inquiry, Xiao Linger came back to her senses. Okay, Xiaogang and I will go to the bank to pay off the debt first. You guys continue training. With that said, Kong Xian took Xiaogang to the bank to prepare to pay off the debt and complete the task of system release. PS. Regarding the heroine, don't worry, it's all foreshadowing for the plot. Chapter 34, Captain, didn't you watch the live broadcast? Daewoo 5 police cars in Suhang City were speeding past on the road, soon stopped at the door of a store called Meowth Bank. Several investigators then got out of the police car. Investigators quickly set up a cordon around the bank and dispersed the crowd. Xiao Bin, release Haunter and find out what's going on inside. Li Xiu, captain of the criminal investigation team of the Suja Hangzhou Investigation Bureau, said to one of the other members just now they received a call from the public that the Meowth Bank had been robbed by gangsters. Now the bank's alarm system was triggered and everyone was locked up. After receiving the alarm call, Li Xiu immediately took his members to Meowth Bank. Yes, Captain, the member named Xiaobin responded, then took out a Pokeball and released his Pokemon. With the Pokeball's red light flashing, a ghost-type Haunter appeared in front of them. Haunter, please, go find out what's going on inside. Xiao Bin commanded his Haunter to go through the wall to find out what was going on inside the bank. Haunter licked his scarlet tongue and slowly floated towards the bank. He easily passed through the wall and began to explore the situation inside. Listen to the people inside. You are surrounded now. Hurry up and put down the Pokemon in your hands. As the captain, Li Xiu was not idle either. He picked up the loudspeaker and started going through the process to persuade the gangsters inside to surrender. Brother, what should I do? The spies are here. Seeing the police car parked outside, one of the gangsters panicked and asked their eldest brother, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? At worst, we can finish playing together. One of the leading gangsters glared hard at his younger brother. Quiet the hell, if I can't get out safely today, you will all be buried with me. The leading gangster kicked an unlucky guy hard and threatened many hostages. He had already made up his mind that if the policeman could not meet his demands, he would just break up the vote and everyone would finish the game together. Soon a rough threatening voice came from the bank. Fuck your mother-in-law, I'm in a good mood today. I only want money, not human life. Prepare A fully fueled off-road vehicle for me now. If I don't see it in half an hour, I will detonate double tons of gas and let's finish the fun together, Captain. Lee, Haunter has figured out the situation inside. There are now 7 gangsters inside, and the Pokemon they use are Weezing and Golem, 8. In total, including the staff, there are 35 hostages in total. At this moment, the investigator named Xiaobin took out a drawing of Haunter's painting and handed it to their captain Li Xiu. Although the drawings are somewhat abstract, as its trainer Xiaobin can still tell what Haunter means. 8. Li Xiu looked at Haunter's drawings with a serious expression. Pokemon like Weezing and Golem are nothing on their own, but they do have the powerful self-destruct. The large self-destruct erupted by 8 Weezings and Golems was enough to blow up this bank to nothing. If one of them fails to operate well, the other party will detonate Golem and Weezing, and then everyone will finish the game together. Now they are betting on whether the other party is that kind of desperado. Captain, I may have a solution. Xiaobin was silent for a moment and replied, Do you have any idea? The investigator captain looked at Xiaobin doubtfully. Xiaobin nodded heavily and said, The biggest threat to Weezing and Golem is their big self-destruct. As long as their big self-destruct cannot be activated, we can use Ghost-type Pokemon or Super-type Pokemon to sneak into the bank, and we can easily solve them, Xiaobin suggested. Xiaobin, I also know that it would be easier if we don't let the big self-destruct start, but the key is how to prevent the big self-destruct from starting. Li Xiu spread his hands in disappointment. Li understands what Xiaobin said. The key is how to prevent Golem and Weezing from activating the big self-destruct unless their trainer can be eliminated instantly. They are not allowed to give orders. Captain, didn't you watch Principal Kong's live broadcast yesterday? Xiaobin asked in shock after hearing Li Xiu's answer. Li Xiu glanced at Xiaobin in confusion, wondering what this matter had to do with Principal Kong's live broadcast. Well, Principal Kong mentioned in yesterday's live broadcast that when a Pokemon with a moisture ability is present, moves like Big Self-Destruct will not be available. Xiaobin explained slowly. Their director asked them to watch Kong Xian's live broadcast yesterday. He looked at it carefully and recorded everything among them. Pokemon such as Pryce, Golduck, and Mosquito all have the moisture ability. Just find a Pokemon with this ability. Weezing and Golem's large self-destruct cannot be started. Ahem, I remembered it too. In this way, you can ask for help from the Bureau and ask for support from Pokemon with special moisture. You will also need assistance from Ghost-type trainers and Super-type trainers. Li Xiu's face turned red. He coughed twice and made arrangements for Xiaobin yesterday. He just looked at it briefly and didn't remember it at all. Yes, Captain, Xiaobin responded to the order and began to seek help from the Bureau on the other side. After receiving Xiaobin's request for help, Suhang City Investigation Bureau operator Mitsumi frowned and asked the others at the same time, Sisters, do you know the characteristics of the moisture ability Pokemon? Operator Mitsumi asked other colleagues, Moisture ability. She heard Principal Kong talk about it yesterday. She knew the function of moisture ability and those Pokemon had moisture ability, but the abilities of these Pokemon are not just moisture abilities. They couldn't tell which Pokemon had the moisture ability and which one didn't. Why don't you ask the Party Bureau? Let the Party Bureau ask Principal Kong, another colleague suggested. That's all I can do. I'll go find the Party Bureau. Time was urgent, and the operator immediately left his position and went to Dang Yinghua's office. Please come in, Party Bureau. Now we need you to contact Principal Kong and ask him to tell us the characteristics of the moisture Pokemon. The Meowth Bank needs the support of the moisture ability Pokemon. Entering Dang Yinghua's office, the operator told Dang Yinghua her request straight to the point. Okay, I'll contact him now. After Dang Yinghua heard about it, she didn't even think about calling Kong Xian directly and asked him about the characteristics of the moisture Pokemon. Gang, my safety depends on you today. Kong Xian told Xiagang on the way to the bank. His Pokemon is still being trained by Pryce, and he currently has no other Pokemon on him today. In addition to going to the bank to pay off the debt, I also have to go to the job market and decoration market to recruit some substitute teachers and workers, renovate the school, replace the equipment that needs to be replaced, and build the training ground that needs to be built. Prepare for the new semester to start in 2 months. At the same time, They also need to report to the Education Bureau that they will participate in the new student recruitment next semester, so that the Education Bureau can allocate students resources anyway. There are a lot of things to be busy with today. Xiaogang will be responsible for his safety today. Don't worry, principal. With the students here, the principal will never be harmed, Xiaogang assured Kong Xian. Ling. Ding ding. At this moment, Kong Xian's cell phone suddenly rang. Kong Xian saw that it was Dang Yinghu who picked up the phone and answered the call. Hey, party secretary, what's wrong? No, Xiaogang and I are near the Meowth Bank now. Xiaogang Swampert is moisture ability. We will go there immediately. Okay, don't worry. Kong Xian kept replying on the phone. Xiao Gang, I remember your Swampert is moisture ability, right? After hanging up the phone with Dang Yinghua, Kong Xian asked Xiaogang, well, my Swampert is double ability, and the hidden attribute is moisture. Did something happen? Xiaogang nodded and asked Kong Xian, yes, the bank we are going to is being robbed by gangsters. Need your Swampert to stop Golem and Weezing's big self-destruct. Kong Xian said to Xiaogang truthfully, since the appearance of Pokémon, not only the Yanhuang region, but also other regions, the crime rate has increased many times compared to before. Pokémon have been turned into nothing in the hands of these people, and their understanding of Pokémon is no worse than those of Pokémon scholars. No problem, leave it to me, Xiaogang nodded in agreement, and then went to Meowth Bank with Kong Xian. P.S. Please give me flowers and comments. Although the author has updated few chapters, the number of words is high. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelists. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 35, Moisture Ability Punishment. Captain, we just got word from the Bureau. Principal Kong happens to be nearby, and there are still wet Pokemon on his body, and they are heading here now. The Ghost-type trainers and Super-type trainers Bureau has notified several gym trainers to assist us. The Party Bureau is also on its way now. Xiao Bin reported to Li Xiu. Great, I'll stabilize them first and wait for the support from Principal Kong and others. Li Xiu had some surprises. He didn't expect things to go so smoothly. Principal Kong is actually nearby. Friends inside, please wait a moment. We have prepared what you want and are transporting it here. Please don't hurt the hostages. Li Xiu continued shouting with a loudspeaker, delaying the arrival of Kong Xian and others. Brother, is this thing delaying time? That's how it's done in TV dramas I've seen. As time passed by, one of the boys became a little anxious. You're such a bitch, you dare to play tricks on me. Brothers, put on your gas masks. The leader of the robbers gave an order, and all the robbers put on the masks they had prepared in advance. Seeing the robbers' actions, the hostages panicked, struggle like crazy, trying to get out of the current predicament. Weezing uses gas, following the command of the gangster leader. Thick black smoke suddenly filled the entire bank. Cough. Cough cough. The hostages inside the bank fainted and fell to the ground after inhaling gas. Listen to the note outside. If I don't see the van again in 10 minutes, I want all these people to be buried with me. The leader of the robbers shouted outside, threatening Li Xiu. He knew these notes all too well. If you don't hate them, they won't do what you say. Now these hostages have been poisoned by gas. It won't be a problem for a while. Just let the healing Pokemon heal it. But as time goes by, it becomes difficult to say. He didn't believe that these notes would let so many hostages die. Hateful. Hurry and prepare the car, and also notify the medical staff and Pokemon to speed up. Hearing the gangster's threat, Li Xiu's face darkened instantly, and he couldn't help but start to rush. He didn't expect the gangster to be so courageous, dare to threaten all the hostages. Aren't you afraid that they won't compromise? In fact, with so many hostages, he really didn't dare to gamble. Now he only wants Kong Xian. No comment, no comment, please. Go back, reporters, please go back. Just then there was a loud noise. I saw a group of reporters coming after smelling the fishy smell and trying to break through the cordon. Captain Li, what's the situation now? Are the hostages safe? How many hostages were taken by the gangsters? What are the conditions for gangsters. Have you already thought of a countermeasure? Countless questions were raised by reporters seeing these troublesome reporters. Lee Xiu's head suddenly got bigger. If we are not allowed in, why should they? Who dares to break in? Principal Kong. Following the sound, I saw Kong Xian and Xiaogang breaking in through the cordon. Seeing Kong Xian and Xiaogang, Lee Xiu exclaimed happily. The two of them were invited by our investigation bureau to help solve the case. Lee Xiu shouted at the group of reporters at the back, and then took Kong Xian and Xiaogang to the front. Captain Lee, I'm not late. Kong Xian asked Lee Xiu. No, Principal Kong came at the right time. Lee Xiu laughed, and Kong Xian's arrival suddenly relaxed his tense nerves. That'll do, Captain Lee, what's going on inside now? Kong Xian looked at the closed bank and asked, wanting to know the current situation of the bank. Speaking of this, Lee Xiu regained his serious expression and began to introduce the situation inside to Kong Xian. There are 7 gangsters inside now, a total of 8 golems and weezings. Lee Xiu slowly introduced the latest situation to Kong Xian. Can't wait for them. If we wait any longer, the hostages' lives will definitely be in danger. Kong Xian said seriously after hearing this. We don't know yet when the ghost-type gym trainers and the super-type poison-type trainers will arrive. If we continue to delay, there will definitely be problems with the hostages. Then, what should we do now? There are no ghost-type Pokémon and super-type Pokémon. If we attack rashly, the hostages will also face life-threatening danger. Lee Xiu frowned and said, he also knew that the longer it was delayed, the more dangerous the lives of the hostages would be. But now, except for ghost-type Pokémon and psychic-type Pokémon, there is no better way. A forceful attack is the last resort. Moreover, most of their Pokémon are of the fire type and are full of gas. Attacking them rashly can easily cause explosions and fires. Don't worry, just leave this matter to Xiaogang. After hearing this, Kong Xian patted Lee Xiu on the shoulder and comforted him. He has already thought of a solution to this matter. Xiaogang's Swampert's moisture ability can disable those wheezing and golem self-destruct. Comfy and Chansey can quickly heal those who are injured. It can be said that there is no more suitable candidate for this matter than Xiaogang. Xiaogang. Lee Xiu looked at Xiaogang doubtfully. Isn't he still a child? Lee Xiu doesn't know what Kong Xian means. Xiaogang, release Swampert, Chansey, and Comfey. Kong Xian directly asked Xiaogang to release the Pokémon. Nowadays, life depends on fate, and speaking with strength is the fastest way. Clear, come out. Swampert, Chansey, Comfey. Xiaogang took out his Pokéball and threw it, accompanied by a flash of red light from 3 Pokéballs. Swampert, Chansey, and Ring appeared next to Xiaogang one after another. Chansey, he has such rare Pokémon. Lee Xiu was instantly attracted to Chansey. Most Pokémon like Chansey can be found in the Pokémon Center. Other trainers rarely have this Pokémon, and it's hard to find even if you want to catch it. Lee Xiu didn't expect Xiaogang to even have such a rare Pokémon. Stop being shocked for now. Use your battle watch to check the levels of these 3 Pokémon. Kong Xian patted Lee Xiu on the shoulder and said, let me take a look. Lee Xiu was stunned for a moment, and pointed the battle watch on his wrist at Xiaogang's 3 Pokémon. When he saw the level of Xiaogang's Pokémon, everyone was stunned. Level 57 Swampert, level 54 Chansey, level 47 Ring. A proper elite level trainer? Looking at Xiaogang's Pokémon, Lee Xiu pointed at Xiaogang and didn't know what to say. An 18-year-old Pokémon trainer? What kind of monster is this? Elite trainer? Yeah, I really didn't expect this boy to be an elite trainer. Stronger than our captain. So amazing. The other investigators around also pointed at Xiaogang and commented Xiaogang's strength far exceeded their expectations. Take pictures quickly. How could the reporters who were so excited miss this opportunity? They all picked up their cameras and took pictures of this scene. Ling, your teacher Xiaogang's strength shocks others, and his reputation is increased by 1. Ling, your teacher Xiaogang's strength shocks others, and his reputation is increased by 1. Ling, your teacher Xiaogang's strength shocks others, and his reputation is increased by 1. At the same time, several system prompts continued to sound in Kong Xian's mind. Yes, Xiaogang is indeed an elite trainer. I can trust Xiaogang to solve the matter this time. Kong Xian asked Li Xiu. Li Xiu nodded. The elite trainer is the cooperation of Swampert and Chansey. This configuration is more perfect than what he had expected before using Super Pokémon and Ghost Pokémon Sucker Punch. PS. Challenge 6 updates today. Currently 1 Chapter 36. What Principal Kong said is true. Team Li, Principal Kong, and Xiaogang are ready. Xiao Bin ran over and reported to Kong Xian and Li Xiu. Kong Xian signaled Li Xiu to start. Xiaogang's strength has conquered everyone present. Doesn't the other party want an off-road vehicle with a full tank of fuel? Then give them one. It's just that there's a big surprise hidden for them. Li Xiu nodded towards Kong Xian, then walked forward with a big speaker. Brothers, inside, we have prepared the off-road vehicle you want. You can come out now. After speaking, Li Xiu waved to the back. The off-road vehicle prepared in advance was driven over by an investigator and parked in front of the bank. The driver didn't stop, drove the car to the bank entrance, and left immediately. Brother, if the police officer really drove the car in, is there any fraud? Looking at the off-road vehicle at the door, one of the robbers asked their boss. Well, fourth brother, take a golem with you and take a look. One of the leading gangsters said to younger brother. Cops and gangsters are not at odds with each other, and he is also worried that the police officers will get something in the car. Boss, I'm afraid. The gangster named Lousy looked like he was constipated and answered hesitantly, if these cops cause trouble in the car, he will be the first to suffer. You're so scared. If they dare to touch you, I will let all these people be buried with you. The gangster leader was so angry that he kicked the gangster named Lousy. Third brother, you go. Then he said to another gangster, yes, boss. Crack. There was a sound of glass breaking, and a gangster was seen walking out of the bank with a wheezing, come out, take pictures and take pictures. The media picked up their cameras and started taking pictures, everyone in position, watching the gangster walking towards the off-road vehicle step by step. Li Xiu picked up the radio to notify his team members to prepare to cooperate with Xiaogang. Krogunk, I'll see you later. Xiaogang, who was staying in the off-road vehicle, felt the other party getting closer and closer, and gave instructions to Krogunk. Kong Xian's method is to let him lurk in the car to sucker punch the opponent. Click. A ray of light shone in from the outside, and the gangster opened the off-road vehicle. Now, Krogunk, use your stinger attack. Seeing the car door being opened, Xiaogang immediately directed Krogunk to attack. Just after receiving Xiaogang's order, Krogunk immediately rushed out. Bang! There was a sound. The gangster known as Lao San had just opened the car door, and before he could react, he saw a black shadow coming out of the car and hitting him accurately in the abdomen. The gangster felt a numbness all over his body, and then his vision went black and he fainted on the ground. Come out, Swampert, Chemo Ring. Seeing the gangster being knocked down, Xiaogang didn't hesitate. 2 more Pokemon are released immediately with the Pokeball's red light flashing. 2 Pokemon appeared next to the off-road vehicle. Xiaogang also got out of the car. Comfey uses aromatherapy. Ring. As soon as Xiaogang finished speaking, Comfey was seen floating in the air, spinning his body. A freshly scented breeze drifted into the bank. Everyone who has been treated by aromatherapy has the poison look on their faces. Cough. Cough, cough. The hostage who came over from smelling salts lay on the ground and kept coughing. Maid, there is an ambush. Golem, use rock throw on these people. No matter how stupid the gang leader is, he will know that he has been tricked when he sees the scene. Immediately command Golem to start attacking the hostages. He wants to kill the chickens to scare the monkeys and make these spies afraid. Only in this way can I have a way out. Boom. Sound. At this moment, a huge Steelix emerged from the ground, swung its Orberg-like tail, and slapped a Golem hard. He whipped it away and smashed it against the wall of the bank. It's not over yet. Comfey, use wrap, tie them up. Xiaogang seized the opportunity and commanded his Pokemon to continue attacking. Huanhuan, I saw several vines extending from Comfey's body, and the vines tied all the remaining 6 gangsters together. Let me go, help, boss, save me. The sudden change made the gangsters panic. Wheezing attacks it with Mudshot. Golem uses rock throw attack. Seeing himself tied up, the gang leader directed Wheezing and Golem to attack Comfey. This was an attempt to get Comfey to let go. Swampert, use protection to get in front of Comfey. Krogunk uses sting attack. Steelix uses Iron Tail. face. The opponent's attack Xiaogang didn't panic at all. As a gym trainer, he had rich fighting experience. It easily broke the opponent's offensive. Well, then, Swampert was seen standing in front of Comfy, hold up a blue barrier to block all attacks from the Chemo Ring. Krogunk and Steelix then took action. In just a few moments, all the gangsters' Pokemon were knocked to the ground. So awesome. Not only is he strong, but his commanding ability is also so strong. The surrounding investigators and spectators were dumbfounded. This is 1 against 6. What are you still doing? Hurry up and support Xiaogang. Seeing that the team members were stunned, Lee Xiu scolded, "It's the captain. Let's go." Woof. Woof woof. After receiving Lee Xiu's order, the investigators released their own Pokemon and rushed forward. Soon several Growlithe and Houndour surrounded these gangsters. "You've been arrested." Lee Xiu walked up to the many gangsters and announced to them, "Forced me. It's all you who forced me. Everyone, stop living." Seeing that there was no hope of escape, the leader of the gangsters slowly raised his head and showed a ferocious smile. There was a hint of madness in his eyes. "No, boss, I don't want to die, please. Boss, let me go. I don't want to die. Let them go. I don't want to die either. Please, let them go." The investigators did not panic, but the gangsters and hostages began to panic. One of them prayed to their boss, and the other gently asked Lee Xiu to let them go. Ha. Die? Let's all die. Everyone, stop living. There are so many people buried with me. I am satisfied. Wheezing, Golem, use the big self-destruct. The gangster leader shouted frantically towards soaring in the sky. "I want to drag everyone with me to be buried with him. Mom, I'm scared." "Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Your mother is with you." Hearing the crazy voices of the gangsters, both the hostages and the gangsters closed their eyes in despair. There was an air of despair in the hall. No one will survive the massive self-destruction of these Pokemon. However, after a long moment, the imagined explosion did not happen. Wheezing and Golem, who were lying on the ground, looked at each other in confusion. What happened? I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Ha. I'm still alive. Everyone seemed to be reborn and cried with joy. Seeing Golem and Wheezing's big self-destruct not starting, Lee Xiu breathed a sigh of relief. What Principal Kong said in the live broadcast is all true. Moisture ability can really disable a large self-destruct. What happened? How is this going? Golem uses the big self-destruct. Wheezing, use the big self-destruct. Seeing that his Pokemon's big self-destruct was not activated, the gangster leader began to panic. He continued to command, but no matter how he directed them, the Wheezings and Golems who fell on the ground showed no reaction. Snort, take away. Lee Xiu snorted coldly and ordered his men to take him away. PS, Chapter 2, 1/3 of the goal completed. Chapter 37, City Hero. Dang Yinghua, tell Lee Xiu that you will agree to whatever conditions the gangster wants and help me stabilize the gangster. Nothing can happen to the hostages. In the Suhang Municipal Office, Mayor Lee Zhenhou is calling Dang Yinghua to give instructions if something goes wrong with more than 30 hostages, let alone Dang Yinghua. Even he can't afford it. What? Already solved. Where are the hostages? Did anything happen to the hostages? Okay, great. This trainer named Xiaogang must be praised. Okay, thank you for your hard work. I'll just let people deal with the aftermath. After hanging up the phone, Lee Zhenhou felt light all over when he heard Dang Yinghua say that the matter had been perfectly resolved. Secretary Feng, go make an announcement to commend Kong Xian and Xiaogang, the principals of Evergreen Pokemon School, and give Xiaogang the title of City Hero. In addition, inform the Education Bureau that if the Evergreen Pokemon Academy recruits new students this year, they will all have the green light as long as they have complete qualifications. Lying on the office chair, Lee Zhenhou thought for a moment and gave instructions to the secretary beside him. If something goes wrong with the hostages this time, the mayor, will not be able to escape responsibility. Yes, Mayor. Secretary Feng nodded in agreement, and then went out to complete the tasks assigned by the mayor. Thanks to you this time, Principal Kong. After escorting all the gangsters to the car, Lee Xiu expressed his gratitude to Kong Xian. If there is no help from Kong Xian, even if they can complete the task, They will not complete it so perfectly now. Not only have all the gangsters been subdued, but even the hostages have not been injured. It's nothing. If you really appreciate it, you should thank Xia Gang. Without him, there's nothing I can do. Kong Xian pointed to Xia Gang on the other side, who was directing Chansey and Comfy to treat the injured hostages. Make bricks without straw. Without Xia Gang, he just knew that no matter how much he tried, it would be useless. Is Xia Gang really only 18 years old? Looking at Xia Gang, who was busy on the side, Li Xiu was still a little unbelievable. Do I need to lie to you? Although Xia Gang looks a little anxious, he is indeed only 18 years old. Kong Xian nodded. 18 years old. Principal Kong wouldn't want him to participate in this year's Youth Cup. Li Xiu asked suspiciously. Participating in the Youth Cup with Xia Gang's strength is a dimensionality reduction blow. The other contestants didn't get to play at all. Ha. Ha ha ha. Kong Xian smiled awkwardly after being guessed. It's really not interesting for Xia Gang to participate in this kind of competition, but there is no other way. It's all for the sake of reputation. I feel sorry for their contestants this year. For 1 second, looking at Kong Xian's appearance, Li Xiu knew that Xia Gang would compete this year. I silently feel sorry for this year's contestants. Elite level trainers are simply not something they can deal with. Li Xiu, Kong Xian. At this moment, Dang Ronghua's voice sounded behind them. Following the sound, she saw Dang Yinghua walking toward them with a man and a woman. Kong Xian knew the man and woman behind Dang Yinghua. The man's name is Bai Kang, a ghost trainer and the gym leader of Baiao Gym. The woman's name is Yi Hei, a super trainer and the gym leader of Crimson Gym. Both of them are elite level in strength. They are also well-known gym trainers in Suzhou and Hangzhou. Party Bureau. Lao Bai, Master Yi, you are here. Seeing Dang Yinghua coming, Li Joshua greeted them. Thank you for your hard work. You too. This is Mr. Kong, Principal Kong, whom I just mentioned to you. Kong Xian. This is Bai Kang, the gym leader of Baiao Gym, and Yi Hei, the gym leader of Crimson Gym. These two are partners of our Suzhou and Hangzhou Investigation Bureau. Arriving in front of Kong Xian, Dang Yinghua introduced Kong Xian and the other two people to each other. Gym trainers from various places are in addition to daily challengers. When the Investigation Bureau encounters a difficult matter, it must also assist the local Investigation Bureau in solving the case. Ha ha ha, Principal Kong, I am a fan of yours. Today I got to meet a real person. I watched your live broadcast and it was so good. Bai Kang, like a stranger, directly held Kong Xian's hand and greeted him warmly. Everywhere, it's just some trails. It's still far behind Pavilion Master Bai. Kong Xian said modestly. Principal Kong, please stop being modest. Your talk about ability may usher in a new era. Yi Hei on the side answered. As a gym trainer, they know the importance of Pokémon ability. The emergence of ability will make Pokémon more diverse. How can Master Yi say something so exaggerated? Kong Xian continued to reply modestly. Let's do it this way. I'll be the host tonight and treat everyone to drink. Let's just treat celebrates affairs as perfectly resolved today. Dang Ronghua suddenly suggested. Well, how can we ask the party bureau to treat me? If I do, it should be Lao Li. He has made such great contributions today. Bai Kang answered from the side. He and Li Xiu were old acquaintances. Naturally, he would not let go of the opportunity to kill Li Xiu. No problem. What's this? Li Xiu raised his eyebrows and agreed without any hesitation. Ahem, I won't go. Let's wait for another day. I'll treat you another day. Kong Xian declined everyone's invitations. He has been delayed a lot of time at Meowth Bank, and he still has a lot of things to deal with today. I really don't have time to go. If it were tomorrow, he wouldn't mind chatting with these people and building a good relationship. Then, let's do it tomorrow. It just so happens that we will be a little busier today. Principal Kong should be free tomorrow. Dang Yinghua asked Kong Xian. Such a big thing happened, so I'm quite busy today and there are still a bunch of reporters left for her to deal with. Well, there will be no problem tomorrow. Kong Xian was stunned for a moment and then agreed. Ha ha ha, then tomorrow, I have a bottle of last resort's good wine waiting to have a drink with Brother Kong. Bye. Kang patted Kong Xian on the shoulder and laughed. Everyone chatted for a while and then dispersed. P.S. Half of the goal is achieved. Chapter 38, A New Era of Pokémon. Mr. Kong, the transfer business you handled has been completed. This is your bank card, please keep it. At another Meowth bank branch, the teller returned Kong Xian's bank card to Kong Xian. Trouble. Kong Xian took the bank card and thanked the teller after bidding farewell to Dang Yinghua. Kong Xian and Xiagang went to another Meowth bank that was farther away. Repay previously owed amounts. Ding. The mission, repay all debts within 7 days, has been completed. The reward has been distributed to the system backpack. Please check it yourself. Props. Gym trainer character card. Description: randomly summon a gym trainer. Finally, the mission is completed. Look at the gym trainer character card in the backpack. Kong Xian sighed with this thing. Their school can have one more teacher. Principal, where are we going now? Xiagang asked Kong Xian. Go to the Education Bureau and tell them about your participation in recruiting new students next semester. Kong Xian said to Xiagang because the legal age to own Pokemon in this world is 14 years old. Pokemon Academy is almost equivalent to high school in a previous life. Only by making a note to the Education Bureau can you participate in the recruitment of new students in the next semester. Ling. If your school is known to more people, its reputation will be increased by 1. Ling. Your reputation spreads far and wide, and your reputation value will be increased by 10. Ling. Your teacher Xiagang has won the title of Urban Hero and his reputation value has been increased by 10,000. Ling. Your teacher Xiagang is known to more people, and his reputation will be increased by 1. At this moment, a series of system prompts sounded in Kong Xian's mind. In less than a minute, he gained more than 50,000 reputation points, and the speed has no intention of stopping at all. What's wrong, principal? Seemingly sensing something was wrong with Kong Xian, Xiagang asked with concern. Fine. Kong Xian waved his hand to indicate that he was fine, then took out his mobile phone to check. Suddenly there are so many more reputation points. The reason can certainly be found on the internet. When Kong Xian turned on his phone, the hot searches in the past 3 days were all about him. A new era of Pokemon ability is coming. Shocked, the big self-destruct can't be started while he's around. The city hero Xiagang single-handedly fought against 7 gangsters. Kong Xian clicked in one by one and saw Dang Yinghua introducing reporter's interview in the video. Director. Party is the trainer who fought the gangsters today. A new investigator recruited by your investigation bureau. A reporter asked Dang Yinghua in the video. The trainer's name is Xiagang. He is a newly recruited teacher from the Evergreen Pokemon Academy. He was invited by us to help solve the case. He is not a rookie from our investigation bureau. Director. Party, as far as I know, all the Pokemon used by the gangsters are Weezing and Golem. Aren't you afraid of the gangsters using the big self-destruct? Still, you don't care about people's lives. Dang. Yinghua in the video suddenly became serious when she heard this question. This is obviously looking for trouble. Dang Yinghua raised her eyebrows and said coldly, I think this reporter friend should study more. Don't leave your knowledge of Pokemon in a past era. When there's a Pokemon with moisture ability on the field, moves like big self-destruct will not be activated. We only act when we are sure of victory. Dang. Yinghua's sharp words left the reporter speechless. Seeing this, Kong Xian finally realized that he suddenly had so many more reputation points. Dang. Yinghua's interview brought him a huge wave of traffic, and trainers who had not paid attention to ability originally began to pay attention. By the way, Xiagang also became popular. Kong Xian continued to check. The second article is not much different from the first. It's all about robbing banks today, but the third one was beyond Kong Xian's surprise. If he is the protagonist in the first two, then the protagonist in the third is Xiagang. This is an official announcement from Suhang City because Xiagang performed well in today's robbery case and assisted the investigation bureau in perfectly arresting the gangster. Xiagang was awarded the title of Suzhou and Hangzhou City Hero. Ha ha ha. Xiagang, look, you have become a city hero. Kong Xian excitedly showed his phone to Xiagang and shared the joy together. Really? So, Xiagang is also famous. Seeing myself being awarded the title of city hero, Xiagang also seemed extremely excited, holding his cell phone and looking at it non-stop. Let's go. Let's go to the education bureau quickly. They will get off work soon. Looking at Xiagang's appearance, Kong Xian shook his head helplessly. Xiagang is indeed very strong, but after all, he is still just an 18-year-old child. Bing Bing, if you don't tell him who you are, aren't you afraid that he will have a girlfriend? On the other side of the Magic City Investigation Bureau, Xiaoya asked Bingbing with a worried look. The other person suddenly became so good that everyone on the internet was learning about his ability. An outstanding person like him will definitely not lack the opposite sex around him. Bingbing's identity when chatting with the other party is still her online identity. How can she compete with those coquettish bitches without any competitiveness? Forget it. We have never met before. What? If I tell him my identity? Bingbing replied helplessly. Ever since she became a friend of Kong Xian, she has always used her online identity to chat with him. When I chat with Kong Xian these days, the other person is very bland and just responds politely, just like how you deal with those who pursue you. It's not like she hasn't thought about telling Kong Xian his identity. But what if I tell the other person? If Kong Xian started to change his attitude towards herself because she was Bingbing, she would also be disappointed with Kong Xian, so she decided to save it until they met. If Kong Xian had a girlfriend during this period, they would just have been netizens. Alright, give me a copy of the notes you compiled yesterday for Kong Xian's live broadcast. I will also learn the knowledge of the new era. Seeing Bingbing's refusal, Xiaoya did not continue to force it. Instead, he went to Bingbing to ask for the notes of Kong Xian's live broadcast this morning. The Suhang Municipal Investigation Bureau cleverly used Pokemon's ability to perfectly solve a crime. It has caught everyone's attention. A new era of Pokemon is really coming. P.S. Target Challenge failed. Chapter 39, Dratini Egg. Finally done. Kong Xian lay on the bed and looked at the application form in his hand. This is the admissions application form issued to him by the Education Bureau. It is filled with the requirements for admission. For example, how many teachers are needed to recruit as many students as possible, how much training space is needed, teachers who are responsible for training students. Pokemon training must also pass their assessment. The Education Bureau will send someone to review it after 7 days. If the conditions are met, students will be included in this year's enrollment. If it doesn't match, it can only be said to be a pity. Fortunately, Evergreen College has the foundation the school could do with a little renovation. All Kong Xian has to do is recruit the required number of teachers. Tomorrow, go to the talent market with Xiaogang to recruit teachers. Now let's exchange a Dratini for Zhao Jin. Host: Kong Xian. Age: 26. Pokemon: Abra Props, Pokeball, Super Potion, Gym Trainer. Character card: Task: None. School: Evergreen Pokemon Academy. Number of teachers: 2. Students: 2. Buildings: 2 teaching buildings, 1 playground, 2 basketball courts, 5 training venues. Funds: 903 million. Reputation: 890,000. The reputation value is 890,000. I will live broadcast for a day tonight, and I will almost reach 1 million tomorrow. Looking at his attribute panel, Kong Xian murmured, tomorrow morning he can smoke 100 times in a row. System: exchange it for me a Dratini. Kong Xian thought silently in his heart and began to exchange Dratini for Zhao Jin. Please select the student or teacher you want to bind. As soon as Kong Xian finished speaking, a light screen came into view. Written on it were the names of Zhao Jin, Zhao Linger, Gu Liu and Xiaogang. This is the binding function of the system after being bound. This Dratini can only be the Pokemon of the bound person, Zhao Jin. Kong Xian lightly tapped Zhao Jin's name. The light screen instantly turned into a ball of white light floating in front of Kong Xian's eyes. The white light became larger and larger, became more and more oval-shaped, and gradually the white light formed an egg shape. Waiting for the light to dissipate, an egg covered with strange patterns appeared in front of Kong Xian's eyes. Pokemon Dratini egg. Incubation period: 1 month. Description: this is a Dratini egg. You need to take good care of it before you can hatch it. It actually appeared in this way. Looking at Dratini's egg in front of him, Kong Xian didn't react for a moment. At first, he thought the system would directly give him a Dratini, but I didn't expect it to appear in the form of an egg. But that's fine. You will cherish the eggs you hatched yourself even more. Kong Xian quite likes this method. I saw Kong Xian taking down the Dratini egg suspended in mid-air and carefully placing it on the bed. Then go find the incubator to hold the Dratini eggs. It's done. Just hand it over to Zhao Jin tomorrow. After a while, Kong Xian looked at his masterpiece with satisfaction. Dratini's eggs have been put into the incubator by Kong Xian and started to hatch. There are still 10 minutes until the live broadcast time. Let's take a break. As he spoke, Kong Xian lay on the bed holding Dratini's balls and took advantage of the last 10 minutes to rest. Dad, don't worry, I'm doing fine. Pryce has already started teaching me the wise decision you made in your life was to keep me here. The student dormitories on the other side. Zhao Jin is talking to his father on the phone. That's fine, you study hard with Pryce. After hearing his son's answer, Zhao Liangayu felt relieved at first. He was worried that his son would not get used to it or that Master Gu would not teach him anything, but now it seems that his worries are completely unnecessary. My son is not only doing well, even the ancient master started teaching him. By the way, there's something I almost forgot to tell you, Master. Gu told me today that Dragonair's crystal beads contain the power to control the weather. With practice, you can unleash powerful weather power, no worse than Dragonite. At this moment, Zhao Jin suddenly remembered what Gu Liu had told him that morning. He told this to his father. What did Master Gu really say that? Zhao Liangayu asked in disbelief. It can explode with power that is not inferior to Dragonite without evolving. As we all know, the more a Pokemon evolves, the stronger it becomes. This was the first time he heard that even without evolving, he could explode with power that was not inferior to his evolved form. If someone else said this, he would definitely not believe it, but this person was Gu Liu. He had to believe it. And I've started practicing, and I do have the power to change the weather. Zhao Jin nodded in response. The task Gu Liu assigned him today was to control the power of the weather in Halong's crystal ball. Okay, I've written this down. I will inform the clan tomorrow. Seeing that his son was so sure, Zhao Liangayu decided to promote this training route to their Zhao family. Give Dratini's trainers another option. The two chatted briefly for a while, and then hung up the phone when they saw that Kong Xian's live broadcast was about to start on the other side. As soon as the time came, Kong Xian immediately started the live broadcast and continued to explain the abilities of the following Pokemon to the fans. 2 hours later, that's it for today's live broadcast. See you tomorrow. Look how much more reputation points you have today. After turning off the live broadcast, Kong Xian opened his attribute panel again. Fuck, 1,300,000. Looking at the information on his attribute panel, Kong Xian exclaimed. In today's live broadcast, his reputation soared from 890,000 to 1.3 million, a total increase of 410,000. Rest, get up tomorrow morning and smoke 100 times. Looking at his reputation, Kong Xian closed the attribute panel with satisfaction and went to rest, waiting for tomorrow to start summoning gym trainers and 100 consecutive draws. Chapter 40, Using the Gym Trainer Card. 1.5 million reputation points. Take off. The next day, Kong Xian just opened his eyes. The first thing to do is check your reputation. After a night of deliberation, Kong Xian's reputation soared from 1.2 million to 1.5 million. It is no exaggeration to say that the entire internet is now discussing Pokemon ability. Even well-known Pokemon scholars deeply recognize the Pokemon ability proposed by Kong Xian. Use the Gym Trainer character card first. After a simple wash, Kong Xian was ready to use the Gym Trainer character card. Summon a new teacher. This time Kong Xiangsu was smart and did not summon him in his room, but came to an empty classroom. The system starts using Gym Trainer character cards. As soon as he finished speaking, one portrait after another came into Kong Xian's eyes. Gym Trainer Giovanni, Animation, Gym Trainer Giovanni, Special Episode, Gym Trainer Xiaogang, Special Episode. All of them are characters familiar to Kong Xian, even King Luo, who took over the job in gym. Hopefully, we can draw Giovanni, Green, Pryce and Wallace. Kong Xian took a rough look at the characters that could be drawn except for Xiaogang in the anime version and Pryce in the special episode. All other gym trainers can draw. Among these people, only Giovanni, Green, Pryce and Wallace have reached the championship level. Even Giovanni's strength in the special episode has reached half-step master level. Start extracting. Kong Xian activates the lottery button. I saw the flashing box above the character's avatar start to splash. Giovanni, Green, Pryce, Wallace, anyone will do. Kong Xian prayed in his heart, hoping to draw one of these four characters. There are quite a few gym trainers with elite level strength, but only these four have the strength to be champions. Even Giovanni in the special episode has already half-stepped into the realm of master. Finally, the box stopped on a female profile picture. Ding. Congratulations on drawing the Gym Trainer GLE Special Edition. Whether you want to start summoning. The two system prompts sounded in Kong Xian's mind one after another. Why? Hearing that the four people in his mind were not the ones he expected, Kong Xian sighed with some disappointment after missing this opportunity. The probability of beating the four of them again is very small, but it's not like Erica can't accept it as a special episode. He remembered that in the special episode, Erica's occupation was, besides being the gym trainer of Celadon City, still a university teacher. It just matches their current situation. Let the summoning begin. After absorbing the feeling of loss in his heart, Kong Xian said silently, and his heart started summoning Jiley as soon as he finished speaking. A white hole appeared in front of Kong Xian's eyes. Then a tall girl with short hair wearing Furisuit walked out of the white hole. This person is none other than Celadon City gym trainer Erica. Unlike the anime, Erica in the special episode is more mature trainer. Erica age 27, strength, elite level, hobbies and interests, flower arrangement, Pokémon, Villaplume, Blossom, Venusaur, Roserade, Tangrowth. Shiftry. Kong Xian immediately checked the other party's information. It's actually elite level. Looking at Erica's attribute, Kong Xian, I was a little surprised. I didn't expect Erica's strength to be elite level, but think about it, in the special episode there is a gym competition. As a general of the Kanto region, it is normal for Erica to have such strength, otherwise, he wouldn't be recognized by King Lu and Blaine. What's more, training Pokemon requires a lot of gold and wealth, and Erica is the eldest lady of Celadon City. It is no exaggeration to say that the entire Celadon City basically belongs to their family with so many resources, and Erica's talent. The strangest thing is that she's not elite. Welcome to Miss Erica. Kong Xian extended a hand to welcome Erica's arrival. Principal Kong, just leave Erica to me. Erica smiled slightly and stretched out a hand to shake with Kong Xian. That's okay, Erica. I have something to ask you. Kong Xian continued to Erica. Principal Kong, please tell me, as long as I can help, I will never delay it. Erica agreed without hesitation. They are all teachers under Kong Xian. As long as they don't go against their own conscience, they will never shirk away from basically anything they can help with. That's right, weren't you a university teacher before? In addition to you, our school now has two teachers, Pryce and Xia Gang. Although their abilities are good, they don't have any coaching experience in the classroom. I would like to ask you to take some time to train Pryce and Xia Gang. Kong Xian asked Erica. Erica is a university teacher by profession and has rich teaching experience. This rich teaching experience is what he currently lacks. Xia Gang and Pryce are here too. Erica was slightly startled after hearing this unexpectedly. There are still old acquaintances here. Pryce is the Pryce you know. But Xia Gang is the Xia Gang of your parallel world, which is a little different from the Xia Gang you know. Kong Xian knew as soon as he heard that Erica had also misunderstood. Then tell Erica about the parallel world. So this is I'm really looking forward to meeting me in another world, like Xia Gang. After hearing about the parallel world, Erica also began to look forward to meeting herself in another world. There will be a chance, so I want to ask Erica to help me train me in teaching experience. Kong Xian nodded. As long as you give him enough time, he can summon everyone. No problem, leave this to me. Erica agreed to Kong Xian's request. The two of them were already powerful trainers and knew enough about Pokemon. Just the training experience came easily to her. Then, please Erica, this is the mobile phone I prepared for you. You can rest aside for a while and check the information about the world. I'll take you over to find them later. Kong Xian took out a mobile phone prepared in advance and handed it to Erica. The gym trainer character card has been used now. He still has 1.5 million reputation points. A wave of 150 draws can be conducted. Chapter 41. Congratulations on getting the gym trainer character card. Green system. I want to draw a lottery. After arranging Erica, Kong Xian thought to himself and started today's lottery trip. He has been waiting for this day for a long time. I wonder what I can draw this time. Looking at the countless portraits and props appearing on the light screen, Kong Xian began to look forward to it. Last time I drew a Xia Gang in 10 consecutive draws. I wonder if he can get the Cynthia he dreams of with 150 consecutive draws this time. Let's test the waters with 10 consecutive draws first. Kong Xian is going to test the waters by drawing 10 consecutive rounds to get an integer of 1 million. Now that he has more reputation points, Kong Xian has more confidence, and he has begun to test the water with 10 consecutive pumps. Ling, you have consumed 100,000 reputation points and have 1.4 million remaining reputation points. The beep in my mind just went off. I saw 10 flashing boxes on the light screen jumping back and forth rapidly. Ding. Congratulations on getting Super Potion 5. Ding. Congratulations On getting the Panacea 1 ding. Congratulations on getting the Lava Group character card, ding. Congratulations on getting the Alliance Inspector character card, ding. Congratulations on winning Ultra Ball 1. A series of 10 system prompts sounded in Kong Xian's mind. Keep going, nothing. Drawn this time was what Kong Xian wanted. Kong Xian started the lottery again and conducted 10 consecutive draws. Ling, you have consumed 100,000 reputation points and have 1.3 million remaining reputation points. The square frame on the light screen flashed again. Ding. Congratulations on getting Firestone 1. Ding. Congratulations on getting the sound of the 10 systems sounded again, but unfortunately it was still useless so far. 200,000 reputation points have been consumed. The best items to draw are the evolutionary items such as Firestone and Waterstone. Why is my face so dark? My posture must be incorrect. Erica, I'm going to wash my face first, and you can rest here first. Kong Xian shouted at Erica, leaving a confused Erica running outside. Get ready to wash your face and start the lottery again. After a while, Kong Xian came back after washing his face. There's absolutely no problem this time. After washing his face again, Kong Xian felt that he was so lucky now. Continue to draw. Kong Xian started 10 draws again. The square frame on the light screen flashed rapidly again. Ling. Congratulations on getting the Psychic Crystal, elementary level. Ling. Congratulations on getting the Pokemon Scholar character card, Gary. Ling. Congratulations on getting the Alakazam Mega Evolution Stone. Ling. Congratulations on getting the Mage Bracelet, including Key. Hearing the voice in his head, Kong Xian froze on the spot. Could it be that there is really something mysterious about this lottery in the system? The first 2 consecutive draws were extremely unlucky. As a result, after washing my face, I had good luck with explosion. Just 1 Psychic Crystal, elementary, is enough to make up for all the previous losses. Not to mention there is also a character card of Gary in the system mall. Psychic Crystal, elementary, Viridian Power Crystal, elementary, Waveguide Power Crystal, elementary, and other psychics are sold for 500,000 reputation points. After using these crystals, the user can gain corresponding extraordinary powers. After obtaining extraordinary power, in addition to becoming stronger through self-cultivation, you can also increase the level of extraordinary power by consuming reputation points. Keep going. Kong Xian put everything away and continued to draw, but this time, it seemed like all the luck had been consumed in the next 2 consecutive 10 draws. I still didn't get anything good, but this time Kong Xian was very satisfied. The Super Crystal, beginner level, and Gary character card have paid off for him. Now, there are only 1 million reputation points left. Go. Wash your face and then smoke. Look at the last 1 million reputation points left in your attribute panel. Kong Xian decided to wash his face again before drawing the lottery. Erica, I'm going to wash my face. You wait for me here for a while. Saying that, Kong Xian ran out again. Is your face that dirty? Looking at the background of Kong Xian leaving, Erica blinked her confused eyes. She almost understands everything about this world. Although the knowledge of Pokemon is backward, he enjoys it in terms of life. For example, she likes online shopping very much. Shopping can be done through a mobile phone while sitting at home. It was simply her dream. I didn't expect that it would come true in this world. Now he has selected several favorite handfuls and many flowers that she has never seen before and put them in the shopping cart. Now all it takes is Kong Xian to come back and pay her. It didn't take long for Kong Xian to wash his face again and come back. Principal Kong, please advance my salary. Seeing Kong Xian coming back, Erica held her phone and smiled slightly. Kong Xian took the phone in confusion. 250,000 Alliance coins. Kong Xian exclaimed when he saw the money on his phone. As expected of a young lady, she really doesn't blink when spending money. It's my fault. I'll give you a salary card later. You can bind it and pay yourself. Kong Xian replied to Erica. Thanks to Erica. Otherwise he would have forgotten about the salary. Although the summoned character is 100% loyal to him, but each of them is a living being with its own needs. If you work for yourself, you should be paid accordingly. Thank you very much, Principal. Erica returned to her seat and continued shopping online. 100 consecutive strokes. Here I come. Kong Xian is like a gambler. Just stud the last 1 million reputation points. 100 flashing boxes in the light screen began to jump continuously. Kong Xian was dazzled by the shaking ding. Congratulations on getting the gym trainer character card, green, ding. Congratulations on getting Pokeball 1 inches, P.S. Erica's strength has been modified. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelists. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 42. Summon another 100 consecutive draws. I'm numb, here. 100 system prompts coming from his mind. Mr. Kong was numb except for the green one drawn at the beginning. The remaining 99 are all one Pokeball. Can you believe it? Exclamation mark. Kong Xian didn't know whether he had gained or lost blood in this round. Erica, how is your relationship with King Lu? Kong Xian asked Erica. Green, we still have a good relationship. Erica thought for a moment and replied, although King Lu's character is a bit arrogant, he is still a good person and they have experienced many battles together as a very reliable partner. Then, you have a friend, King Lu is coming. Kong Xian said to Erica. In this lottery, the only useful character cards drawn were Gary and King Lu. I don't know what it will be like when King Lu meets Gary. Real, that's great. I haven't seen Green in a long time. Hearing Kong Xian's answer, Erica smiled unexpectedly. In this strange world, is there anything more important than a friend? Principal, hurry up and get King Lu out. It's best to bring out his nemesis Chi Hong. That would be interesting. Erica put down her phone, looking impatient. There will be. I'll summon King Lu first. Kong Xian took out the character cards of Gary and Green, and Crush Grip began to summon Gary and Green. Two men with reddish-brown hair, one large and one small, walked out of the white hole. The older one wears a black short-sleeved top and a pair of blue wristbands. The younger one was wearing a white coat and holding a notebook in his hand. These two people are King Lu and Gary. Trainer, Green, age 17, strength, champion, hobby, training, Pokémon, Charizard, Scizor, Rhyperior, Pumpkaboo, Porygon 2, Golduck, Machamp, Ninetales, Pidgeot. Trainer, Gary, age 14, strength, elite level, hobby, research, Pokémon, Blastoise, Umbreon, Electivire, Bangouris, Arcanine. Both are the grandsons of Professor Oak. Because of their different experiences, King Lu embarked on the path of a trainer and became a powerful trainer. Gary inherited his grandfather's legacy and became a Pokémon scholar, too. Greens, seeing the scene in front of her, Erica exclaimed. Except for their different ages, the two of them are almost carved from the same mold. What is this? Seeing himself who looked almost exactly like himself, Gary was so frightened that he couldn't help but take a few steps back. King Lu is calm and focused on Kong Xian. I hope I can get the answer from Kong Xian. Principal Kong, what's going on? King Lu asked Kong Xian. Yes, Principal Kong, what is going on? Why does he look so similar to me? Gary on the side also asked with some confusion. Hey, at this moment Erica covered her mouth and smiled. She had almost guessed what was going on. Ahem. Actually, you are all Professor Oak's grandsons. Kong Xian coughed twice and said slowly, what? We are both descendants of Professor Oak. When did I have a brother? After Gary heard this, he was even more surprised. He has an older brother. How come he never knew about it? You two are from different worlds. That's why you look so similar. Principal Kong doesn't know if I'm right or not. Erica analyzed from the side. This was the first time she had seen such an interesting thing. In a different world, the green brows looked at Gary with a frown. Yes, you do come from different worlds, Gary. This is King Lu. He is also the grandson of Professor Oak in another world, and King Lu is a very powerful trainer. King Lu, this is you in another world, Gary, now engaged in Pokémon research. Kong Xian introduced Gary and King Lu. Although their names are different, they are indeed themselves in the parallel world. Hello, please give me some advice when we meet you for the first time. Gary stretched out a hand and looked at himself curiously in this parallel world. Hello. Although the arrogant King Lu was also curious, she just stretched out a hand and answered calmly, you two should get to know each other first. I'll take you to meet the others later. Kong Xian gave instructions to Gary and King Lu. Okay, Principal Kong. Gary responded repeatedly. Start communicating with yourself in this parallel world. Hey, I'm a little older in Principal Kong's other world, Erica asked curiously, looking at Gary, a senior and a young boy. Well, you in the other world are indeed older than you are now, but There's not much difference in your personalities, and your hobbies are the same. They should become good friends. Kong Xian thought for a moment and recalled Erica from the anime opens a perfume shop in the special episode. Erica is a university teacher. Apart from their differences in strength and profession, there is not much difference between the two. Is that so? That's really something to look forward to. Erica looked forward to meeting herself in another world with longing. What? You said that the boss of Team Rocket is Giovanni and that Team Rocket has been defeated and disbanded by you. Just then Gary's exclamation came after several years of experience. His character has become calmer and more stable than before, but when I heard that the leader of Team Rocket was Mr. Giovanni, I couldn't help but exclaim. Kinglu just told himself that he is now the gym trainer of Jobin City. Then he asked out of curiosity, isn't Giovanni the gym trainer in Jobin City? Who knew Kinglu would actually say that Giovanni was the leader of Team Rocket? It has now been disbanded, don't you know? Seeing Gary's surprised look, Kinglu was a little surprised when he and Chi fought Team Rocket. They were only 10 years old at that time. Gary looked over 10 years old, and he didn't even know that the leader of Team Rocket was Giovanni. Gary shook his head. He had just found out. Gary and Kinglu communicated with each other for a while. After communicating with Kinglu, Gary now completely regarded Kinglu as his idol, champion of the league, trainer of Jobin Gym, experienced countless life and death battles, great power. It's just what I dreamed of. Unexpectedly, I did not realize my dream, but it did come true in another world. If you want to become stronger, I can train you, Kinglu asked. Really? That's great. Gary was overjoyed to hear that Kinglu was going to train him. He must surprise Ash when he is summoned by the principal. Are you done talking? There will be plenty of time in the future. Let's talk later. I'll take you to meet the others now. Kong Xian interrupted Gary and Kinglu's chat. We're done chatting, Principal Kong. Brother, Kinglu is really awesome, Gary said with admiration. If you lived in their world, you would become very powerful. Kong Xian smiled slightly and led the way for everyone. The world of the special chapter is basically full of battles with legendary Pokémon. A villain appears at every turn to destroy the world. Compared to this, the combat levels in the anime world are not at the same level. In the special chapter, you can't pursue your ideals like you can in the anime. You can only become stronger step by step so that you can survive the fierce and cruel battle. Chapter 43, Meeting an Acquaintance. That old guy Pryce is actually here too. On the way to the training ground, Kinglu was very surprised when she heard from Erica that Pryce was also here. Well, besides Pryce, there's also Gary, the little gang from their world, and then there's us. Erica nodded and told Kinglu and Xiaogang the information she had. It seems like the days ahead won't be too boring. After Kinglu heard this, he looked forward with bright eyes. Not long after, everyone came to the training ground together as usual. Pryce is training Zhao Linger and Zhao Jin. Xiaogang was watching the battle from the sidelines. Everyone, stop for a moment. Let me introduce our new companions to you. Arriving at the training ground, Kong Xian clapped his hands in motion for everyone to stop. Following Kong Xian's voice, Gary, Kinglu, and Erica came into everyone's eyes. Gary, when Xiaogang saw Gary, he showed a surprised expression. Xiaogang, hearing Xiaogang's call, Gary waved to Xiaogang. Ha, I guessed it was you. Xiaogang excitedly ran to Gary. He and Gary were old acquaintances. I didn't expect you to be here. Do you want to have a game? Gary raised his eyebrows and said to Xiaogang. Ever since he took the risk and started challenging the Nibi City Gym and fought against Xiaogang, he never fought against Xiaogang again over the years. I don't know how far Xiaogang's strength has grown. Of course there's no problem. I won't lose this time. Xiaogang enthusiastically agreed to Gary's invitation to play. I lost the Nibi City Gym tournament, and I will definitely not lose again this time. Gary, this should be you in the parallel world. After saying hello to Gary, Xiaogang looked at the man who looked very similar to Gary and asked, it is not difficult to guess that this person is Gary from the parallel world. Well, his name is Kinglu. He is me in the parallel world, and he is a very powerful trainer, Gary said with admiration. The other one is Miss Erica, also from another world. Gary introduced Kinglu and Erica to Xiaogang. Kinglu and Erica nodded gently to Xiaogang. It seems that an interesting guy has arrived. Pryce, on the other hand, set his sights on Kinglu. This is his role as rival. He has championship level strength at a young age. It's only a matter of time before he and Qiang surpass themselves. Linger, Zhao Jin, Stop for a moment, let's go meet some interesting people. Seeing Erica and King Lu coming, Gu Liu shouted to Zhao Linger and Zhao Jin. Yes, Gu Liu. Hearing Pryce's voice, Zhao Linger and Zhao Jin stopped and put away their Pokémon. Pryce, do you know them? Zhao Linger, who was pushing Gu Liu behind, asked curiously. Well, I know some of them. The girl with short hair is named Erica. She is a grass-type trainer. The taller boy with brown hair is called King Lu. They are very powerful. Gu Liu nodded and explained to Zhao Linger and Zhao Jin whether it was King Lu or Erica. He had fought against them all. He still recognized their strength. Very strong. Zhao Jin and Zhao Linger looked at each other, their eyes full of doubts. Who is Pryce? This is a character who has Pokémon above level 90, and just now Pryce actually said that these two people are very strong. Erica is easier to say, she is much older than them. It is necessary to be strong, but the man named King Lu, who is obviously about the same age as them, was actually called very powerful by Pryce. Well, you'll find out later. If you have any questions, you can ask them, especially the green one. He's very good at training Pokémon. Gu Liu nodded and said after a while. Zhao Linger pushed Gu Liu to Kong Xian's side. Headmaster, Zhao Jin said hello to Kong Xian. Well, this is for you. Kong Xian nodded and took the lead in handing the prepared Dratini egg to Zhao Jin. This is a Dratini egg. Looking at the Dratini eggs in the incubator in front of him, Zhao Jin exclaimed he couldn't mistake it. It was definitely a Dratini egg. The principal actually got him Dratini. Zhao Linger looked at Kong Xian full of doubts. I wonder where Kong Xian got such precious Dratini eggs. Well, it's indeed a Dratini egg. I have a friend who runs a breeder house. I helped him not long ago, so he gave me this Dratini egg. Dratini will hatch in a month. You need to greet him well. Kong Xian nodded. Except for the people he summoned, he couldn't let others know the secrets of the system. P.S. This chapter has too many words, so I wrote it separately, otherwise it will be banned. Chapter 44, Sky High Wages. This principal, this is too expensive, I can't accept it. Zhao Jin hesitated for a moment and decided to reject the Dratini egg. Dratini is the kind that has a price but no market in the market. It is too precious. Take it. It's nothing to the principal. At this moment, Pryce on the side asked Zhao Jin to accept it. Others don't know how Dratini's eggs came to be, but as people summoned by Kong Xian, they knew it very well. Dratini's eggs are precious to others, but to Kong Xian, they are nothing. Then, thank you, principal. I'll pay for it. After hearing Pryce ask him to take the Dratini egg, Zhao Jin accepted the Dratini egg and promised Kong Xian would pay then. Thank you, principal. Fine, I would like to introduce our new teacher to you now. This is Erica teacher, and this is Green teacher. This is Gary, King Lu's younger brother, and our new classmate. Kong Xian introduced King Lu, Erica and Gary to everyone. Although Gary is strong enough, he is only 14 years old, and Gary himself is willing to be a student. Kong Xian introduced it this way. Hello, teacher King Lu. Hello, teacher Erica. Zhao Linger and Zhao Qianai said hello to King Lu and Erica. Hello, Erica responded with a smile to Zhao Linger and Zhao Jin's greetings. As an experienced teacher, she knows how to build a good relationship with these children. King Lu just nodded towards the two of them and said in response, okay, Linger, Zhao Jin, you continue your work. I still have something to say to a few of them individually. After introducing the three people to Zhao Linger and Zhao Jin, Kong Xian began to chase people away. The next words are not suitable for them to listen to. Zaya gang, you already know King Lu and Erica, so I won't introduce them too much. Pryce, this one is Gary, the green of the parallel world. After Zhao Linger and Zhao Jin left, Kong Xian introduced Gary to Pryce. Hello, Pryce, please give me more advice in the future. Gary says hello to Pryce. Haha, hello, you can be more polite than King Lu. Seeing Gary greeting him, Pryce laughed and teased King Lu. Cut. After hearing this, King Lu turned her head aside proudly. Ahem, if you want to reminisce about old times, you can talk later. I have two things to announce. At this moment, Kong Xian interrupted everyone's reminiscence. The first thing is that Xiaogang and I went to the Education Bureau yesterday to register for this year's new students. The Education Bureau will come to review our school in 7 days. I have asked Miss Erica to provide teacher training for everyone. Kong Xian said slowly. The Education Bureau review in 7 days is their biggest issue right now. If you fail, you will have to wait until next year if you want to participate in recruiting new students. Please give me more advice. Erica bowed to everyone. The second thing is the issue of your salary. I already have a rudimentary standard. Pryce's strength is at the master level, and his salary is 10 million alliance coins per month. I can't use so much money. As soon as Kong Xian finished speaking, Pryce refused. He doesn't need to spend resources to train Pokemon now. It costs so much money and it's completely useless. Pryce, whether you use it or not, you must accept the money. This is a rule of our school. Your identity and strength are definitely worth the price. Kong Xian said very firmly. 10 million a month. Kong Xian even felt it was less. This is okay. Pryce hesitated for a moment before agreeing to Kong Xian's suggestion. King Glu's strength is championship level, and his salary standard is 8 million alliance coins per month. Erica's strength is elite level, and her salary standard is 5 million alliance coins per month. Zio Gang, your strength is not as good as yours. You are only at the elite level. The salary standard is 1 million alliance coins per month. I will give you more after you advance to the elite level. As for Gary, you are as good as Zia Gang, with a monthly allowance of 1 million, but I have a request, which is that if you participate in various leagues, you must get me a prize. Does anyone have any questions about this? Kong Xian asked everyone from the salary of just a few of them. Kong Xian has to pay a huge sum of 25 million every month. This does not include other expenses. However, Kong Xian is not worried at all about not being able to pay teachers' salaries in the future. He already had a plan in mind to make money. Chapter 45, Recruitment. Really, Principal, I want to see the battle between King Glu and Pryce. At the recruitment seat in the talent market, Erica curled her lips and said with some dissatisfaction, King Glu and Pryce are wonderful to think about, but it's a pity that she won't be able to see this game after Kong Xian introduced them to each other. Gary is going to fight Xiaogang, and King Glu also wants to have a Pokemon battle with Pryce. As for her, she was dragged into the talent market by Kong Xian to recruit teacher with him. As a result, these two wonderful duels were unable to be seen. Isn't it just a game? When we get back, I'll let Pryce and King Glu fight again in front of you alone. Kong Xian comforted Erica and said, if time was not tight, he would also like to see it. One is a champion and the other is the ceiling of the Pokemon world. This kind of game is exciting just thinking about it. Cut. Erica gave Kong Xian a blank look. Can this be the same? Speaking of Erica, if you spend money like this, your monthly salary may be enough for a few days. Kong Xian reminded Erica that it was not even a day yet. Erica's 5 million salary has lost 1/5. I can't help it. These Hanfu are so beautiful, I can't control them. Erica looked frustrated. As the eldest lady of Celadon City, when have I ever been embarrassed by money matters? Then he looked at Kong Xian resentfully. According to this situation, 5 million a month is really not enough for her. Ahem, I'll give you a salary increase when you advance to the championship level. Kong Xian coughed twice and said, who knew that Erica would roll her eyes again, thinking how easy it is to be a champion. Principal Kong, are you really Principal Kong? At this moment, a young male saw the recruitment information standing next to Kong Xian and ran over with excitement on his face. He's a loyal fan of Principal Kong since Kong Xian started broadcasting. He has never interrupted Kong Xian's live broadcast. He learned a lot from Kong Xian's live broadcast. I'm Kong Xian. Looking at the excited man in front of him, Kong Xian was a little stunned. It seems that being too famous is not a good thing. You may be recognized wherever you go. No privacy at all. Principal Kong, are you recruiting teachers? What do you think of me? The young man asked Kong Xian, pointing to the recruitment information standing next to him. Well, we are indeed recruiting. How are your abilities? Kong Xian asked the young man. I'm an advanced trainer, and the Pokemon I'm good at using are water-type Pokemon. This is my trainer's title certificate and league certificate. The man took out several certificates from his backpack and handed them to Kong Xian and Erica. Yan Yi, come from the North China War Zone. Looking at the North China War Zone seal on the trainer's professional title certificate, Kong Xian looked at the man in front of him with some surprise. Due to its vast area, the Yanhuang region is divided into 5 war zones. For the convenience of management, they are divided into North China Theater, South China Theater, South China Theater, West China Theater and Central China Theater. Each region is managed by a president, a champion and 4 elites. You must know that this world is 3-4 times larger than the Earth in the previous life. From the North China Theater to the East China Theater, the distance is not short. Well, I am indeed from the North China War Zone. I'm tired of staying in the North China Theater and want to come to the East China Theater. Yan Yu nodded and replied he previously worked as a teacher at a Pokémon Academy in the North China War Zone. Because of conflicts with school leaders, only then did he resign and come to the East China Theater to have a look. Unexpectedly, I happened to meet Kong Xian. In this way, your conditions meet our recruitment requirements. Our basic salary for senior trainers is 200,000 alliance coins per month. If the strength is upgraded to that of an elite trainer, the basic salary will increase to 1 million alliance coins every month. See if there's any problem. Kong Xian looked at Yan Yi's information and said slowly the other party was a teacher before, had teaching experience, and was at the level of a senior trainer, which met his requirements. However, compared to elite trainers, advanced trainers are not so rare. Therefore, the salary and benefits are several levels behind those of elite trainers. 200,000 alliance coins a month. No problem, no problem. Yan Yi agreed without hesitation. The school he attended before only paid 150,000 alliance coins a month, which was already considered high. Unexpectedly, Principal Kong was so generous and offered him a high salary of 200,000 yuan and wait for his strength to be promoted to an elite trainer. This salary has been directly increased 5 times. Just this kind of treatment has surpassed 99% of Pokemon Academies. No fool would go. That's okay. When can you join the job? Soon. Will you live on campus or somewhere else? Kong Xian continued to ask. Since there is no problem with wages, the rest is easy to talk about. It's okay now. I just came to the East China War Zone, so I'd better live on campus. Yan Yi continued to answer Kong Xian's questions. Then, you can report in tomorrow. Kong Xian sent a letter of appointment to the other party, inviting him to report tomorrow. In this way, Kong Xian recruited the first non-summoned character teacher. Chapter 46, Level 88 Charizard. So awesome. Where did the principal find this monster? On the Evergreen campus, the competition between Xiaogang and Gary has reached a fever pitch in their duel. Kinglu and Pryce didn't feel anything at all, but Zhao Linger and Zhao Jin on the side were already dumbfounded. What Xiaogang can say is that although there are few 18-year-old elite trainers in the Yanhuang region, they are not without them. But this green younger brother, Gary, is also an elite trainer. He is only 14. A 14-year-old elite trainer is simply unheard of. Zhao Jin suddenly realized that he seemed to have entered an amazing Pokemon Academy. The quasi-god Pokemon is like a plaything. It will be given as long as it is given. Teacher is an old monster, unfathomable. Even my classmates are monsters among monsters. Zio Gang, let's show off. Gary shouted to Xiaogang. My strength has improved a lot over the years, but Xiaogang seems to have made more progress than himself. Even though attribute was restrained, it failed to defeat Xiaogang's Steelix. I think so too. Steelix uses heavy impact. Xiaogang commands Steelix to attack and have a showdown with Gary. We're coming to. Blastoise use rocket headbutt. Accompanied by Gary's command, I saw Blastoise retracting its 5 limbs into its turtle shell, and the cannon barrel behind it sprayed out rapids to propel Blastoise forward at high speed. Boom. A loud noise. Steelix and Blastoise collided with each other, making a violent sound. I actually lost my combat effectiveness at the same time. Steelix and Blastoise were looking at the competition venue, lying on the ground with the mosquito-repellent eyes. Zhao Linger and Zhao Jin stared wide-eyed. I didn't expect it to end with this solution. Come back, Blastoise. Zio Gang, you have become much stronger. Gary put Blastoise away and said to Xiaogang. The game ended in a draw though, but Gary knew in his heart that he lost this game when he first debuted 4 years ago. Relying on attributes restrained, he could handle Xiaogang at will. Unexpectedly, 4 years later, I would no longer be able to defeat Xiaogang relying on the advantage of this attribute. Obviously, in the past 4 years, Xiaogang's strength has improved much more than himself. Of course, I keep working hard for my dream. Xiaogang took Steelix back to Pokemon and said proudly, the breeder division is a very magical profession. The moves originally used for attack may become defensive methods in the hands of the breeder division. Xiaogang relied on this power to tie with Gary's Blastoise. It seems that you in the parallel world lost. Seeing the two people at the competition venue, Gu Liu glanced at King Lu, who was standing aside, and said, "I'll make him stronger." King Lu turned his back to Gu Liu, walked towards the training ground, took out a Pokeball, and signaled Pryce to start a Pokemon battle. He has excellent talent as a trainer. King Lu believes that Gary must have this talent. It's just that the world they live in has not been inspired by peace. No. He wants to challenge Pryce. Looking at the scene in front of him, Zhao Jin said in disbelief, "This person named King Lu knows Pryce and must know Pryce's strength. How did he have the courage to face a monster like Pryce? There's really nothing I can do against you." Linger, Zhao Jin, watch this game carefully. This guy is very strong. Seeing King Lu's movements, Gu Liu narrowed his eyes slightly and pushed his wheelchair forward, preparing to fight King Lu. There aren't many rivals in this world that he can take seriously, but Green is one rival he can take seriously. If you are not serious, you may really lose. The Pokemon I use is this Swinub. Pryce releases Swinub and prepares to use Swinub to fight Green. Looking at Swinub in front of Pryce, no one present dared to look down upon him because of his petite appearance. Just what I wanted. Go Charizard. Facing Pryce's Swinub, Green directly released his strongest Pokemon, Charizard. Roar. With the Pokeball's red light flashing, a hot flame shot out, and then a tall and majestic Charizard was seen soaring in the sky. His eyes full of fighting spirit showed his strength. Zhao Jin immediately took out his battle watch and pointed it at the green Charizard to check Charizard's information. How is this possible? When he saw Charizard's message, he was stunned. It was as if he had seen something incredible. "I know you are strong, but you don't need to be so strong." Zhao Jin, what is his Charizard level? Zhao Linger on the side heard Zhao Jin's exclamation and asked curiously. Zhao Jin directly gave Zhao Linger his battle watch to check. How is this possible? When Zhao Linger saw the information on the battle watch, her reaction was the same as Zhao Jin's. Everyone was stunned. "I saw it displayed on the battle watch. Pokemon, Charizard attribute, fire, gender, male, energy level, level 88. Zhao Linger and Zhao Jin were shocked at Charizard's level. Level 88 is already a championship level strength, and it's the top one. Looking at the information on the battle watch, the two of them didn't know what to say. If they hadn't met Pryce before, they might have thought that the battle watch was broken, but after what happened with Pryce, they can be sure that this Charizard called Green is really level 88. Now Zhao Linger and Zhao Jin feel that there is such a big gap between them. Just forget it if you can't compare to Gary and Zygang. Both of them are strong, but within the acceptable range. But tell me what's going on with this green color. 17-year-old champion level, still the top one. Even if you start to interact with Pokemon from a young age, it will only last for 17 years at most. At this moment, a burst of evolutionary light erupted in the training ground, bringing the two of them back to reality. Chapter 47, Mega Charizard vs. Swinub. Evolved, Charizard. Evolved. The scene before them completely overturned Zhao Linger and Zhao Jin's understanding of Charizard. Charizard, who was originally unable to evolve again, actually evolved again in King Lu's hands, waiting for the light of evolution to dissipate. A Pokemon with the same body and flame color as Charizard appeared in midair. It's Mega Charizard. Seeing Charizard in midair, Zygang and Gary exclaimed. Both of them also have the power of Mega Evolution, but they didn't use it in the game just now. Compared with Charizard, the creamy part of Mega Charizard's belly extends from the chin to the tail. The dragon horns on the head, limbs, tail and wings have become stronger than before. Small wings grew on its wrists. The edges of the wings on its back became more irregular. 3 small spurs grew on the end of its tail and 1 long spur grew on its back. In addition, the flames at the tail of Mega Charizard Y burned even brighter at the same moment when Mega Charizard appears. The sun is blazing in the sky, and the weather in Evergreen College instantly changes to sunny weather. And the power of fire-based moves will be greatly enhanced. Mega Charizard. Zhao Linger and Zhao Jin looked at Gary and Zygang in confusion, trying to learn the truth of the matter through Zygang. Isn't it possible for Zygang teacher Charizard to evolve again? Why? Green teacher's Charizard can evolve again? Zhao Linger asked Zygang in confusion. In the 300 years since Pokemon's arrival, everyone knows that the more Pokemon evolve, the greater the potential. So far, Pokemon can only evolve twice. Zygang was slightly startled after hearing this. Only then did I remember that the evolutionary chain of Pokemon in this world is not yet complete, let alone the concept of Mega Evolution. Zygang began to explain to the two of them. Mega Charizard is a type of Charizard Mega Evolution. It is an evolution method achieved through the bond between the trainer and Pokémon. Through the link of the key, the Mega Evolution Stone worn by Charizard is activated. Mega Evolution Stone, Key, Zhao. Linger and Zhao Jin were full of doubts after hearing this. They didn't know what these two things were. Yes, this is the key. Different Pokémon require different Mega Evolution Stones. Your current strength is too weak. You will know when you become stronger in the future. Xiaogang showed off the mage bracelet on his wrist, which contained a key. Although Mega Evolution will greatly increase the strength of Pokémon, it also has a fatal drawback, that is the powerful power of Pokémon, which will make trainers rely on this power, causing trainers to ignore their own role. A weak trainer may not be able to make good use of the power of Mega Evolution. Therefore, it is most appropriate to use Mega Evolution after the Pokémon and trainer's strength has grown to a certain extent. So, that's it. I understand, Teacher Xiaogang. Zhao Jin replied respectfully, with strong fighting spirit in his eyes, vowing to get the power of Mega Evolution. Kong Xian must be hiding a secret from me. I will definitely ask him after he comes back. After hearing this, Zhao Linger next to her began to murmur in her heart. She felt more and more that Kong Xian was hiding a secret from her. Use all your strength when you come up. You are really serious. Looking at Mega Charizard flying in midair, Pryce joked, I can't defeat you without using all my strength. Charizard uses flamethrower. King Glue immediately commanded Charizard to attack Swinub. Roar. Following King Glue's command, Mega Charizard roared into the sky, flapped its jet wings, and dived towards Swinub. Hot flames shot out from the mouth. So strong, even from such a distance, you can feel the suffocating burning sensation. Is this the strength of King Glue, teacher? Feeling the heat coming from the competition venue, Zhao Jin felt very shocked. Not only him, but also Xiaogang Gary was extremely shocked by King Glue's strength in their world. There is no such chival person as King Glue. It's not that easy to win against me. Swinub uses freezing rays. Facing Mega Charizard's attack, Guliu commanded calmly, HMPH. After receiving Guliu's command, Swinub hummed twice. A beam of freezing light shot out from Swinub's mouth, collision with the flames released by Mega Charizard. Boom! There was a loud noise. The freezing light and the flame jet collided together, and a burst of thick water vapor burst out from the intersection of ice and fire. Thick water vapor directly covered the entire training ground. Heat wave attack. Before the water vapor dissipated, the green command struck again. The scorching heat wave roared in, directly covering the entire playing field, attacking indiscriminately. Don't young people know how to respect the elderly and love the young? Icy winds. While King Glue was giving orders, Guliu's voice came from the mist of water vapor. Following Guliu's command, the temperature of the entire training ground suddenly dropped a lot. The four people who were watching were shivering from the sudden cold air, and a little white frost appeared on their clothes. So cold. Several people had their arms folded across their chests, their heads curled up in their necks, and their whole bodies were shaking. There was a moment of silence in the competition venue. Without any sound, the four people watching were waiting for the water vapor to dissipate to check the situation inside. Gradually, the water vapor slowly dissipated, revealing two ice sculptures in the competition venue. The playing field was full of traces of burns and ice shard. It was full of potholes and it looked like it could no longer be used. Green Teacher and Mega Charizard were also frozen. Pryce is really strong. Looking at the frozen Mega Charizard and King Glue, everyone said in disbelief. The strength of a top champion like Green is not even Pryce's rival. Guliu's power once again refreshed everyone's understanding at this time. Crack! The sound of cracking ice came from the ice sculpture that was very close to Charizard. There are cracks on the Mega Charizard ice sculpture that look like spider web version. Boom! A sound. A hot flame burst out from Mega Charizard. The ice used to freeze Charizard melted instantly. Roar! The freed Mega Charizard flew into soaring in the sky, and then sprayed hot flames towards King Glue, helping King Glue melt the ice. Ugh, can't it be frozen anymore? What a terrifying life. Looking at the freed Mega Charizard, Pryce was obviously a little surprised in the attack just now. Although he did not use all his strength, he still used 80% of his strength unexpectedly. 80% of the strength could no longer deal with this Charizard. Thank you for your hard work, Charizard. Green emerged from the ice and thanked Charizard. Ho! Ho ho! Charizard shook his head, and then looked at Swinub with fighting intent. That's it for this game. Let's consider it a draw. If the fight continues, the principal will be angry, and Pryce doesn't want to fight anymore. The battle between the two of them just now had almost destroyed the training ground. If the fight continues, the entire school and even the surrounding areas will be destroyed by the two of them. Cut. Come back, Charizard. After King Lu heard this, she curled her lips arrogantly and took Charizard back. Although the winner has not been decided yet, King Lu knows that there is still a big gap between her and Pryce's strength. When the principal comes back, tell him that I will go out for a walk and come back later. After taking Charizard back, King Lu said to everyone, and then walked straight towards the school gate. He wanted to meet the trainers of this world. He wanted to improve his strength as soon as possible before Chi-Hong came. Chapter 48. Someone is coming to kick the gym. Ivy Pokemon Academy. King Lu, who had just gone out, saw Ivy College opposite Evergreen College. I hope there will be some powerful rival. King Lu thought for a moment and walked towards Ivy Academy. Stop. Please show your student's ID. When King Lu was about to enter the Ivy Pokemon Academy, the guard stopped King Lu and asked for his student's ID card. Student card? I don't. King Lu was slightly stunned and replied, no. Then you can't go in. When the guard heard that King Lu didn't have a student's ID card, he immediately stopped King Lu from entering. Please convey to me that I want to challenge the strongest trainer here. Seeing that the guard refused to let in, King Lu did not move forward, but asked the guard to help tell the strongest trainer of Ivy Academy he wants to challenge the strongest person in the other school. Here. You come to play in the gym. You. Wait. The moment the doorman heard that the other party was here to play a game, he perked up. Then he ran to the communication room and made a phone call. Young man, just wait here for a while, the guard uncle said to King Lu. King Lu nodded without replying, and waited quietly at the door. After a while, a huge group of people came from the school. Noisy sounds followed one after another. Who dares to come to our school to cause trouble? I'm tired of living. We must teach him a lesson and let him know that not just any cat or dog can play in the gym. Yes, that's right. He must be taught a lesson. Kill him for daring to come to our school to cause trouble. Zang. Zing. That's him. Seeing the crowd pouring out, the guard pointed at King Lu, who was waiting at the door, and shouted, so handsome, so cool. I'd give him 99 points for his appearance. I'd be afraid he'd be proud if he missed 1 point. I wonder if he has a girlfriend. TCH, there's nothing important about being handsome. Being strong is the most important thing. When some girls saw the green appearance, they all showed nymphomaniac looks. He took out his mobile phone and started taking pictures at King Lu. Boy, are you the one who wants to challenge our school? Zhang Xin walked up to King Lu and asked arrogantly, what? I want to challenge as the strongest trainer, not you. Faced with Zhang Xing's question, King Lu replied calmly, what's the point of killing a chicken with a sledgehammer? I, Zhang Xing, am enough to deal with you. If you lose, just kowtow 3 times and admit your mistake to us. Zhang Xing laughed loudly. He is a trainer with the title of intermediate trainer. Although he is not the strongest in Ivy Academy, his strength is also among the best. The opponent is about the same age as himself, so he is sure to win this game. Yes, I kowtow and apologize when I lose. Do you really think anyone in our Ivy Academy can challenge you? Zhang Xing taught him a lesson. Let him know that there are people outside the world, and there is a sky outside the world. There was a constant noise from the crowd. You're not my rival. Seeing that the other person was not the person he wanted to challenge, King Lu was about to turn around and leave. His target is the strongest trainer in this academy, not the students. There is no need to waste time on them. Is our Ivy Academy the one you want to come and leave? Go ahead, Scyther, use slash. Seeing King Lu wanting to leave, Zhang Xing directly released his Scyther command Scyther to attack King Lu. Just with the red light of the Pokeball flashing, a green mantis Pokemon came out of the Pokeball waving his sickle-like arms. He attacked King Lu. Seeing this scene, many timid people covered their eyes. However, Growl did not realize the tragedy they imagined. I saw a Pokemon with a red body, similar to a Scyther mantis on the outside, and a sickle that turned into 2 pincers, appearing behind the green one. 2 pairs of pliers gripped vice grip Scyther's side arms block Scyther's attack for King Lu. What kind of Pokemon is this? I've never seen it before. It looks similar to Scyther. It should be a mutated Scyther, maybe. except that the color has changed to red and the sickle arms have turned into pliers. There doesn't seem to be much difference. Use the battle watch to check the level of this Pokemon. At this moment, someone shouted. Everyone took out their battle watches and pointed them at this Pokemon. The battle watch is broken. How can this unknown Pokemon be level 78? My battle watch also shows level 78. Mine too. It must be that this Pokemon battle watch was not recognized, causing the battle watch program to error. If possible, report this bug to the official later. People around were talking about it. This red Pokemon is none other than the green Scizor. Scyther needs the same things to evolve into Scizor as Onix needs to evolve into Steelix. All require metal coatings to complete evolution, but when Onix travels through rock, it absorbs the mud and metal in the rock, forming a metal coating and evolving into Steelix. Scyther, however, cannot obtain metallic coatings like Onix. Therefore, the world has not yet discovered Scyther's evolutionary chain. It is normal for people in Ivy Academy not to know Scizor. However, it is worth mentioning that although Scizor is the evolved form of Scyther, the sum of Scizor's species strength and Scyther's species strength has not changed. It's not so much the evolved form of Scyther as it is another form of Scyther. In addition, there is also the axe splitting mantis. Dem. It, Scyther, break away from him. Seeing his Scyther's arms being pinched, Zhang Xing immediately directed Scyther to break free from Scizor's restraints. Just after receiving the order from his trainer, Scyther used all his strength to break free from Scizor's restraints, but the level gap between Scyther and Scizor is too big. No matter how Scyther struggles, Scizor will always be vice grip. Scyther's sickle arm will not loosen. This Pokemon is so strong. Zhang Xing's Scyther can't even move its arms due to the vice grip. From a mechanical point of view, if the strength is the same, it is really difficult for Scyther to break free. So, that's it. It's Pokemon restrained. People around pointed at Scyther and Scizor chatter break free. Scyther, Zhang Xing on the other side couldn't help but become anxious. Scyther is nothing without the sickle arm. Scizor, fix it. Following King Glu's command, only a bang sound was heard. Scyther flew backwards with lightning speed and fell heavily to the ground. His eyes looked like mosquito repellent incense and lost his fighting ability. Seeing this scene, all sounds disappeared instantly. Everyone stopped what they were doing and looked at Scyther, who fell to the ground in disbelief. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelists. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 49, What Happened? Second, Instant Kill. It's fake. Zhang Xing's Scyther level is 39, and he was killed like this. The students of Ivy Academy seemed unwilling to believe this scene. Although Zhang Xing is not the strongest person in their school, but it can still be ranked as a result. He was instantly killed by the opponent's unknown Pokemon. I was careless just now. It doesn't count. The game has just begun now. Zhang Xing reluctantly put Scyther away, thinking that he had been careless just now. Then he released his second Pokemon, accompanied by a flash of red light from the Pokemon's ball. A pair of powerfully aggressive Pinsir appeared in front of Zhang Xing. It's Pinsir. Zhang Xing's second Pokemon, Pinsir, is very strong. There will definitely be no problem this time. Yes, absolutely no problem. Hearing the noisy sounds around him, his green brows formed into the character Chuan. Do you have any other Pokemon? Let's release them together, otherwise you won't be able to defeat me. King Glu said to Zhang Xing. The opponent was not at the same level as him at all, so just one Pokemon seemed too boring. Damn it, don't underestimate me, Pinsir. Vice grip him, then use seismic toss. Zhang Xing seemed to have been greatly insulted by normal and directed Pinsir to attack Jiajia. After receiving Zhang Xing's command, Pinsir rushed towards Scizor with his horns forward. Scizor, use X Scizor. Just as soon as King Glu finished speaking, Scizor turned into an afterimage. There was a flash of light, and no one even reacted. I saw Pinsir being directly knocked away by Scizor, and fell to the ground without combat effectiveness. Instant kill. Another instant kill. I was killed instantly again. Wang Xing looked at Pinsir, who fell on the ground and said nothing for a long time. Does anyone know what just happened? I don't know. I just saw a flash passing by, and then Pinsir flew out. Me too. What happened? So amazing. I lost. Zhang Xing slumped on the ground weakly and surrendered to Kinglu. The expression on his face no longer looked like it had before. Power trip. If the first time was a coincidence, so this time, it can only be said to be a crushing, because the strength gap between him and the opponent is too big. It's so big that it's not on the same level at all. Even Li Mengsu, recognized as #1 in their school, couldn't kill him so easily in front of the other person. He is like a child being teased. If you can't call for a stronger trainer, I'll leave. After hearing the opponent admit defeat, Kinglu said to the people around him he wanted to see a capable trainer, not a trainer who was just getting started. If not, he looks elsewhere. Wait a minute, I'll be your rival. At this moment, a girl's voice sounded from behind everyone. Hearing the girl's voice, everyone instinctively moved out of the way. I saw a tall girl wearing a white dress walking from behind the crowd. It's Li Mengsu. There should be no problem this time, right? It's hard to say. This person is a bit strong. Li Mengsu may not be able to win. If Li Mengsu loses, our school will lose face. It's impossible to lose. Li Mengsu is a senior trainer. Even if the opponent is very powerful, he can't be an elite trainer. Seeing Li Mengsu appear, people around him started talking. Li Mengsu, the recognized chief of Qingtang Academy, has obtained the title of senior trainer. He is also a well-known genius trainer in Suzhou and Hangzhou with both strength and beauty. She is very popular among boys. The video of Scyther, who Kinglu had just defeated Wang Xing, was posted to the campus group. She happened to see it. Someone comes to challenge their school, and as the recognized #1, she naturally wants to come out. Ling Kinglu, the teacher under your command, is shocked by his strength. His reputation will be increased by 10. Ling Kinglu, the teacher under your command, is shocked by his strength. His reputation will be increased by 10. Ling Kinglu, the teacher under your command, is shocked by his strength. His reputation will be increased by 10. On the other side, while Scissor defeated Pincer, system prompts entered Kong Xian's mind. Kong Xian, who was still in charge of recruitment, was confused when he heard the system prompt in his mind. Don't know what happened. What's wrong? Seemingly sensing something was wrong with Kong Xian, Erica asked Kong Xian with concern. Fine, how many teachers have we recruited? Kong Xian shook his head and asked Erica, well, let me take a look. As of now, we have recruited a total of 12 teachers, 5 of whom are subject teachers and 7 Pokemon trainers. There are only 2 senior trainers including Yan. Erica looked at the data she recorded and reported to Kong Xian. Chapter 50, Battle Tower. A little less, after listening to Erica's report, Kong Xian fell into silence. He wants to hire 1,000 people according to the regulations of the Education Bureau. There need to be at least 13 head teachers alone. There are several teachers in various other subjects. Kong Xian roughly calculated that he would need to recruit almost 50 teachers to meet the needs of the Education Bureau, but this time Christoph came and only hired 12 people. It's still far from the goal. You are so famous and have so many people in your circle of friends. Why don't you try posting on your circle of friends? Erica suggested from the side. Half of the 12 people recruited today are fans of Kong Xian. Let me try. As he spoke, Kong Xian took out his mobile phone and started editing a circle of friends. Evergreen Pokemon Academy is recruiting teachers of various subjects and Pokemon trainers. Subject teachers are required to hold teacher qualification certificates, and Pokemon trainers are required to be at least senior trainers. The treatment is favorable. If you want to know more, please contact me directly. Working location, Suzhou and Hangzhou, non-local, reimbursed round-trip air tickets. After editing, click send. Teacher Kong, do you think I can be an intermediate trainer? Is the school going to readmit new students? Is it okay if I want my child to sign up? After paying off the debt, he spoke with firmness and reimbursed the round-trip air tickets. I don't want to be a teacher. Can I be a student? I just want to learn Pokemon ability with Principal Kong. As soon as the message was sent out, many people started leaving messages below. In just a few minutes, there were hundreds of messages. Many of them sent private messages to inquire about Kong Xian's recruitment benefits. How about it? My method works well. Looking at Kong Xian, who was busy, Erica asked from the side, well, it's indeed good. Some people have already consulted me, but most of them are still employed. They have some concerns that we will not fulfill these promises after resigning. Kong Xian's high salary is indeed attractive, but after all, it is a school that is starting to recruit new students. Most people don't dare to bet on what the future will bring. Normally, Weighing the pros and cons is what a normal person would do. Erica said indifferently this was not beyond her expectation. Interests often come with risks, and how to judge depends on their personal choices. All they can do is make corresponding commitments. You're right. We should be able to recruit all the teachers by working on both ends, and then leave them for a day or two while you train them. There should be no problem. Don't worry, just leave the rest to me. Erica gave Kong Xian a reassuring look. Ling Qinglu, the teacher under your command, is shocked by his strength. His reputation will be increased by 10. Ling Qinglu, the teacher under your command, is shocked by his strength. His reputation will be increased by 10. Ling Qinglu, the teacher under your command, is shocked by his strength. His reputation will be increased by 10. At this moment, several more system prompts came into Kong Xian's mind, and the frequency is even faster than before. What the hell is Qinglu doing? Why are there so many beeps? Hearing the sound in his mind, Kong Xian wondered what Qinglu was doing. The screen turned to the entrance of Ivy Academy. At this time Qinglu had left Li Mengsu bit her lip, with tears of grievance in her eyes, and looked unwillingly at the direction Qinglu left. Charizard next to her lowered his head in frustration. Not long ago, she fought against this challenger. Although she didn't lose, the result was more difficult for her to accept than losing. All of her Charizard's attacks were dodged by the opponent. Not even once did he attack the opponent. He was just teasing her. I will definitely defeat you. Looking at Qinglu's leaving figure, Li Mengsu said firmly in her heart she is a person who refuses to admit defeat. But today, he was beaten by a peer and was unable to fight back. Her pride drove her to find her place. Come back, Charizard. Li Mengsu put Charizard away, ignored the looks of the surrounding students, and walked straight to school. At the same time, the video of Li Mengsu and Qinglu's battle began to spread wildly in Ivy Academy. Even several surrounding schools are spreading the word. What kind of Pokemon is this? I've never seen it before. Damn it, who is this person? Li Mengsu dodged all Charizard's attacks. The difference in strength is too big. I've never seen this person before. He must be from another region. If he really came from another region, then it would be a big loss if no one in our region is his rival. I heard that this Pokemon's level is 78 on the battle watch. Is there a possibility that this is his elder's Pokemon, and the level may really be level 78? Damn it, this is too much of a bully. Bringing a Pokemon with championship level strength to torture people. I'll take over my grandpa's Pokemon later. Hurry up and check. This person is from that region. Use the internet to bully him. Let their region be embarrassed. As the video spreads, the system beeps more and more frequently. It wasn't until someone suspected that Qinglu was bringing his elder's Pokemon to torture K that the frequency of the system's beeps dropped. After all, a champion-level Pokemon was cultivated at the age of 18, not to mention the Yanhuang region, or even the entire world. It's understandable that they didn't believe this Pokemon was green. Ha. Qinglu actually went to find trouble with Ivy Academy. Looking at the video transmitted from his mobile phone, Kong Xian laughed loudly. He never expected that Qinglu would find Ivy Academy when he wanted to find a rival. I feel sorry for this trainer named Li Mengsu for a second, wondering what kind of shadow Qinglu will leave on her. Qinglu, if you want to find a rival, I will take you to the battle tower later. There should be someone you're looking for there. Kong Xian immediately sent a message to Qinglu. With Qinglu's strength, it can be said that no one is his rival except Pryce. Battle tower, where is that place? Soon, Kong Xian received the message from Qinglu. Qinglu asked Kong Xian where the battle tower was. You'll know then. Kong Xian bought a Guanzi road. He planned to wait until the Education Bureau's review was over before taking everyone to the battle tower. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.